Yay, David! Yay, Synaptic! Woohoo!
Hey, David!
Darren, you rock! Malcolm! Ooh, Malcolm!
As long as his name's not Bowden, I'm supposed to be okay.
All right. Well, howdy, everyone. Here we go. What fun we shall have. Cool people that we are. Let us see. What have we on the menu for tonight? First, why don't we have a menu. First, why don't we welcome a new friend, Tornado, who has joined us. Tornado, say howdy to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Tornado Pelt the Changeling here.
There we go.
Hello.
First time joining us, and we certainly welcome him. Alrighty, let's see what we got. We got a nice short one first up. And let's see what we got. Oh, here we go. We've got airplane pilot confirms flat Earth. No proof of chemtrails, however. Well, that's a relief.
Well, if there's an airplane pilot that was actually talking chemtrails, I'd be terrified.
Indeed. This is by Flat Earth Photography. And it's an... Oh, I almost said it. I won't...
You do realize we're going to get it. We're going to get it in the neck regardless, right?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
It's our next subject that's going to cause the problem.
Indeed. All right, well, everybody knows the rules. Nobody say anything unless you call drink first, and try to listen to if someone else called drink before you, and let them go. And then after the person who has first called drink, then it's opened up to the floor and anybody can comment. Yeah, so you use the Ethernet mentality. Listen first. If you don't hear someone speaking, then speak. And at the tail end, when you're done, if you hear somebody else speaking, wait a random amount of time and restart. Okay, here comes. Airplane pilot confirm. That's bullshit. Here it goes.
And the rule has already gone sideways. Yes, Flat Earth Photography.
Oh, it's a secret. He's clandestinely videoing.
Sneaky himself, huh? Okay, whatever.
Guys, we would like to have some questions. Yeah, let's ask questions. Do you mind?
Drink.
Andy, did you call drink?
I did. If
All
this
right.
guy's trying to pull some sort of sovereign citizen and flat Earth all in the same go, I'm just going to have to bow out right now.
I don't think it's that. I think it's strictly.
I can't do sovereign citizen and flat earther in the same go.
It seems to be more a thing on airplane carpet.
You managed to survive Ket Hovind, sir, and he swears he's a sovereign citizen.
Oh, that's right.
No, I did not actually survive Ket Hovind. If you don't recall, I almost blacked out drunk and had to walk away.
That is true. I recall that. All right. Well, so I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't think he pulls any of that sovereign citizen crap. He's right now he's just surreptitiously filming, apparently. There we go.
And doing vertical, as several people in the chats are pointing out.
I don't think he has any control over that. More like he's just an idiot.
Could be that. Might be that.
Well, I thought vertical video was the true sign of a sovereign. Breaking the rules.
I actually have a YouTube channel.
Oh, here we go.
So I hope you don't mind. Can I just record maybe something from here? Because I'm kind of interested in these things. And I wanted to ask you, you probably came across things, you know, the myths about the Earth's curvature. Do you know where I'm going with this?
Drink. He starts off strong, doesn't he? The myths about the Earth's curvature. Okay.
Does he though?
I'm guessing the pilot.
He doesn't just.
I'm guessing the poor pilot doesn't even know what's coming.
Can I throw these now? No, he probably doesn't. And how the hell was this guy allowed into cockpit post 9/11? That's actually against the rules everywhere.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Is it just me, or is
Everywhere.
Crocodile got a lag?
well, there was a little roboting going on. Do you have Crocodile?
What?
Do you have a lot? You were roboting a little bit. Do you have like a lot of
Croc-
browser windows open? Crockett Squirrel, sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, that's some serious roboting.
Can't Crockett-
Who's downloading that file?
No, I'm uploading that file. Thank you.
Ah, okay.
Well,
Give me a
they're
second. I'll
sideloading it,
refresh.
That'll do it.
pushing it.
All right, here we go. Back to what's he doing in the what's he doing?
The buttons are cute.
That they are. All right, and here we go again.
So do you think, so whenever you fly, right? No matter the altitude,
Yeah.
you're always flying level.
Yeah.
That's why you have the gyroscopes for, right?
Yeah.
They always level. So since you land,
Yeah.
you are water level.
Yeah.
And so you're flying, you get up to
Is that
some
there, mate?
altitude, and then you fly at that altitude only, right?
Yeah.
You don't point the nose down
Okay.
because of the curvature, because you don't have to, because, you know.
Oh god, there's no need to
So,
point an airplane
the
down because
horizon
of
is
curvature. That's
always
not a
level, I
natural
believe.
thing, you dumb people.
If the world were really, really small,
Right? If you were a praying mantis flying a plane around a tennis ball, you might need to account for it. But we're not praying manti, and we're not flying around a tennis ball.
That is true. And plus, there's the
Well,
assumption
even
that.
Hold on. Sidestrike was talking.
Ah,
You got the floor.
Sergeant at Arms, thank
I
you.
will be sergeant at arms, damn it.
All right. I was going to say, and once again, we've got from the flat Earth community that the only way they know a plane can gain altitude is by pointing the nose up, and the only way a plane can lose altitude is by pointing the nose down. Neither of which are factual. But that's if you had to keep going down, how come you don't dip the nose? Well, if you want to lose altitude, you don't need to dip the nose. You can slow
yeah,
down.
apparently those like ailerons and flaps and stuff that they put on the airplanes, don't that have something to do with it?
Yes, all those piloty things they have.
Hold on, RJ, are you saying that you might actually have to go to ground school and learn how an airplane functions in order to legally be allowed to fly a plane?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Yeah.
It's handy.
You
It comes
do,
in handy.
Well, that's as retarded
gonna let
as
you in
learning
the
how to drive a
like
car to
that.
get a driver's license.
Yeah. You should be able to just come in there and frankly, other than the altitude factor, shouldn't you be able to prove that flat Earth from like a bicycle?
All righty.
Also, if I may interject,
Please do.
yeah, like Croco Squirrel was saying, how the heck is this guy allowed into the cockpit? It's like post 9/11, like Croco Squirrel said.
Yes,
That just confuses me. The one time I went into a cockpit post 9/11, I almost had the cops called on me.
yeah, that is a little bit.
Gee,
Although,
Southwest
Okay.
Airlines has really cut down on its security.
well,
Oh,
although
no, this
Dino.
was after the Southwest Airlines issue.
what's
Just a quick note here, Fino. The voltage on your cattle prod is on the cattle prod you're trying to send this way is a little on the low side. Let's drive that up by an engineering order of magnitude. Thank you.
right? Okay, let us
Give me 100 million volts, and I will make him squirm.
Actually,
Actually, I probably don't even need that, to be honest.
all right, let us
Because
continue.
he's talking about you don't have to touch anything in level flight, right? Is that what he was just saying?
Something of that
Because
sort.
that's going to be that's going to be the basis of his argument. It's just right there.
Indeed. All right, here we go.
It's always at eye level.
Yeah.
And the horizon is always level.
Okay, drink just because that's annoying. He could have found a better way to repeat that.
Yeah, that was obnoxious.
Yeah, that's.
And the worst part of it is it wasn't even wrong.
It's always at eye level.
All right, this guy's not allowed to make videos anymore.
Yeah, he's
No.
doing a drunk HAL 9000.
Could very
I
well
thought I was
be.
the only. I thought that was my internet connection, not actually what he was doing.
No, that's him. That's his. For effect. It was supposed to be. I don't know.
Wow, he's turned the camera onto the side. We get to see better picture.
I'm impressed.
Oh no!
All right, let's. He's already gone for the Horizon rises to eye level nonsense, and he kept saying level, so I guess he's trying to wedge in every point he can. Let's see.
Obviously,
Yeah.
you would
Does
like
he
to be
carry a
looking
level
down
around with him, by the way?
Pointing every mile, pointing down the nose.
He doesn't even know what a level is.
Listen, Matthew, is that so?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you look at our instruments here,
Yes.
this is the artificial horizon.
Mm-hmm.
This is the aircraft here. This
Okay.
too. If you look out, you see if there are no clouds.
If there are
You
no
see
clouds,
the
yes.
same on the instruments than you see.
Yes.
on-
Frank.
Okay.
Okay, scroll.
Here's what's going to happen. He's going to he's going to jump to the conclusion the plane requires an artificial horizon to make it not only forward the claim that there is no actual horizon, despite the fact that we can see it, but as evidence that because the plane requires an artificial horizon, the Earth must be flat because reasons.
Yes, yeah, I
You
suspect
would need
that's
an
it.
artificial horizon if you actually had a real one to navigate by.
Plus, assuming this
He has
is all
no idea how this even works.
assuming this is all legit and it is an actual pilot he's talking about and this is an actual aircraft, he just finished a flight or something and everyone's a bit more casual than when they're in the air, which is a possibility, I guess. What I don't like is
It looked like he was going aboard the aircraft.
I thought he was heading down to Iowa on the way out. Could be either way, but anyway,
Is it
assuming
an
all
Airbus,
this,
by the way?
I don't know. Let's see what's it saying.
I highly doubt that.
Looks like an older.
Anyway,
that might be
Nice.
Boeing.
what's annoying is the pilot still, I don't think, has any idea he's being led down the path, and he's doing showing him this, showing him the artificial horizon, and talking about things, not paying attention to the
You're
fact
doing
that
a Ben Stein here.
yeah, exactly. So, alrighty.
Yeah, is there anybody here that
question
is
your mouth should
not
be
seen expelled? It's a huge laugh.
Oh, I think, did I see that? If so, I may have blocked it from. Oh, yes. Video quote mining. Okay, here we go.
So the aircraft is moving up. The horizon is staying there.
Yes.
But in the instruments, you see the horizon is moving because you are comparing with the aircraft.
Yes.
So
I
you
know.
see it's moving, but actually, if you compare to the normal horizon, it's staying there.
So it's always your eye level.
Always, yeah.
Drink. No,
Drink.
that's not what he said. Okay, Andy, you go ahead.
No. You called it before me, Si.
Oh, I was just thinking that's not what he said. That was it. He didn't say the always at eye level thing. This guy threw that in after. Now it's over to you,
I was
sir.
going to say it.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure the pilot is using the same descriptive words that he did with his own child when he was describing the instruments at work.
Indeed.
In other words, he's treating this individual like a baby.
And well deserved, I might add.
Indeed.
Alrighty.
I was just about to say that.
All right.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Also, nice view of the instruments.
Yeah, it certainly is. Huh. All right. Here we
Right,
go.
the instrumentation is actually pretty impressive. It's not every day you get to see that.
Kind of makes you want a plane. All right, here we go.
Very good. Yes.
The instrumentation here is probably about 10 years old.
Part to the
Probably.
normal horizon, it's staying there.
So it's always your eye level.
Always, yeah.
Oh, very good. Yes. And can I ask one more thing? Like there's some people on internet for years, they are talking, when you see these trails in the sky that clog up the sky, they create the fake clouds, which are not natural. So have you come across, or you probably see, other planes that because I know I'm doing photography and I see some planes, and most of them are not recorded on the radar at all.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that? If I can ask, you know what I mean, probably. So they kind of leave the trails that stay there for even a day, or they create clouds. You know, it's like okay.
The cloud.
Okay, it took this long for
And rightly so. What took them so long?
So it took this long for security to go, hey, that's not the
What the hell
pilot.
are you doing then?
That's okay.
Did you notice any point where he asked the captain, oh, by the way, do you think the Earth is flat? He kind of skipped that part, so he would have had kind of a better sense of how he was going with it.
Yeah, well, he sort of hinted early on with the what did he say? The myths about the spherical Earth or some such.
Well, he framed it as carefully as a Discovery Institute poll on intelligent design. It's very, very occasionally worded.
Alrighty.
It's because of the small parts of the smokes coming out from the
Drink.
engine.
Okay. Andy.
First off, trying to place a movie out there into the interweb that is clearly made for English-speaking individuals, where you're taking the words of a person who English is not their first language, and it's obvious English is not their first language, is a really asshole-ish thing to do.
It is a little on the devious side.
Than that.
You could very easily be sitting down next to an individual who has multiple PhDs, who is so far past your level of intelligence that you would never know it. But the fact that they're making the attempt, they're taking the time out of their day, and they're putting the effort in.
Mm-hmm.
To make sure that you are grasping what they're trying to say. And when you try and use that against another person because they're not getting the words out the way that you want them to get them out, that's a very childish and very low-brow thing to do. This obviously, the pilot of this particular aircraft is not a native English speaker. I don't even believe a native Spanish speaker or a native French speaker, or probably even Portuguese. I mean, this individual does not speak English, and it is being used in an English-speaking video to try and deter the knowledge that pilots have, and that's a really lowbrow, dirty thing to do, and it's
agreed. That's definitely true.
Just pathetic.
Oh, okay.
If I may,
what you got, Squirrel?
I'm going to tackle something you actually said there, Andy. Actually, they're required to learn English to even get that freaking job. You cannot be a pilot of any kind unless you speak enough English to be able to communicate with ground control all over the freaking planet. It's a requirement.
True.
Yeah, English is the global air traffic control language. That's quite true. But it still would not necessarily be the case that that's his second thing. And he would not necessarily be in a position to talk fluently with a flat earther.
Yeah.
Okay. RJ, I'm not done. Okay. Next up, his home language, the one that he spoke at home, is most likely Hindi, or some variant there too. He's from his accent. From his English accent, he sounds like he's from the east side of India, probably Calcutta or somewhere near there. Okay. That being said, he still had to learn English. He probably spoke it while he was in school because they've actually got it, because English is one of the official languages in India, and a large portion of the population that doesn't live out in the middle of BFE does actually have required English instruction and use.
Well, Squirrel, I don't intend to cut you off, but simply add to that and add to what MMA actually just put in the comment section. It is very, there are a lot of situations where internationally employed individuals need to know what, and I'm going to say this very specifically, what is considered English. I think everyone on here can accept why it is that I'm saying what is considered English as opposed to what is the English language.
Right.
To further that, in order to be a commercial airline pilot, I do not know what it is in, that's not what I do for a living. I don't know. But I have worked in multiple fields where you do have to know English to a certain extent. And there have been multiple fields I've worked in manufacturing at least, where significant English is yes and no.
Well,
and of course, I'm not saying that the world of being an international flight pilot is anywhere near that. Obviously, these are much more intelligent individuals than, can you put bars of, or can you put stuff in a box, that's completely, everybody has their place. But when it comes to pilots, obviously there is a certain level of being able to read, write, and comprehend the English language to where if you're talking face to face with a international flight pilot, broken English is probably not a thing. There's a very good chance that these international pilots speak better English than myself. I would actually expect that. I don't speak well. I speak very, very poorly, and I would anticipate and I would expect that international pilots speak better than myself.
No, you wouldn't require. That would not be a requirement. However, it would be.
Not a requirement, but I would anticipate it. I've been on international flights, and I've never heard a pilot stutter and have a broken speech pattern the way that I do. I'm not good at speaking publicly. I'm not good at talking in large crowds. I would anticipate that a person whose job is to do as such would be better at that than me. And this guy, I don't think is doing it better than me.
Well, I think that guy is about par with your average native speaker, which is still not quite the issue. What's going on here is what's going on with this particular pilot, and I feel bad for the guy because our boy here, Flat Earth Photography, is very much doing the whole, well, I'm going to put this as obliquely as possible and confuse the shit out of you so you will say something generic enough that I can make it sound like you said anything I wanted you to.
Yeah.
And that's more or less what's actually happened here. Yes, our friend here is an absolute twat, but but it's not a case that the guy doesn't understand English. It's the way it's that he probably doesn't use it except when he's at work, and therefore he's not as practiced as he could be.
Yeah, and the guy was assuming that he knew something about chemtrails where there was no justification for that, and so the guy's probably thinking about, well, the natural trails that come out of the planes. He was trying to explain that as best he could to this idiot that barged his way into their cockpit.
And if he has nothing to do with international flights, I mean, again, I do recognize English is the language utilized for the vast majority of all of these things. If your entire job is to, let's say, fly from Johannesburg to Sydney,
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there are people that are employed doing such things.
Speak English, but to what extent? Call signals on the airplane. If you're not actually doing work there, if you're
Now, as a general
South
rule,
Africa speak primarily. No, I need to stop. I need to stop. Sorry, I need to stop.
now here's the thing. Here's
I need a sergeant at arms myself, and
all right,
stop.
Here's where your argument's going kind of pear-shaped. First off, it is a universal requirement for all air travel. Okay, even if you've got native speakers of say Afrikaans, and your commercial flight is a short hop between one point in South Africa and another point in South Africa, or two different points in Egypt or any other country, you will still have to communicate with these people in English. Okay, on both sides, you must communicate in English. Those are the rules as adopted worldwide. Because
Crocosquirrel, I have absolutely no issues with that. I was leading myself into a tangent that I had to stop myself from continuing to go down, and it was starting to lead from the relevance of the video. So
yeah,
I had to stop myself.
Yep.
All right,
let's
go ahead and carry on. We've burned enough time on this.
You know what? Why don't we say hi to Dakota, who is muted for the moment, but has just joined us.
Hello, Dakota.
Hi, Dakota.
Howdy. You don't have to just howdy.
Dakota.
Call drink when you see fit.
Sai, did you get your link?
Yeah, I got the link.
Good.
Alrighty.
Hopefully it'll actually do what it's supposed to do.
Doing. It's doing. Alrighty.
Anyways, Strike.
Let us
Tornado Pelt, you had something to say?
Oh, Pelt.
I noticed in the chat that that MMA had also said that while English may not be fluent for some international pilots, it's also not fluent for flatties either.
Good point.
This is true.
Good point. I've heard
this one,
including those for which English is their native language.
Yes, that is exactly the case.
I always read extensively before I do things. I take my cues from Hermione. I read all about it in blank history.
Alrighty. Yeah, this. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that long segment we just did was we're not pleased with the flat earther for taking advantage of the fact that although the pilot knows, we'll say above the required amount to be a pilot, he can communicate with air traffic control, he can communicate with the passengers and all that sort of thing. As I don't remember which one of you said it. I doubt.
He knows air traffic ease. He does not know flat earth ease.
Yes, I don't think chemtrail was in the vocabulary that they were taught.
I think the pilot is a very well-educated individual that is doing everything in his power to explain a situation to an individual that he might not necessarily know. How in the world do I explain this? Like, when you've made a living out of, I fly airplanes for a living, and I've personally piloted a Cessna. It's kind
of not as many cool switches
at first. Like it's you have no idea how to not white knuckle every instrument on the damn thing, but. It was a whopping 30 minutes or so. It was the first time I ever flew something, but when you're sitting down and you're trying to, obviously I have a very difficult time trying to sit down and describe even general things. So sitting down to an individual that is pestering you when you're at work and you're just trying to do your job.
Mm. I see what you mean.
Yeah, that takes a certain level of being a good person all around in general, and just going, okay, I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna slow down, I'm gonna breathe.
Let us resume the video.
Do you think
that is really effing difficult to do sometimes?
Okay. Thanks to Tornado for calling and moving on. Oh, sure, Squirrel. What do you got?
Andy, imagine going through what you did in that Cessna, and then applying it to a spacesuit. You're in the spacesuit
No,
working
good.
on something like that with something else.
I've made plenty of things that went to space. I did not make myself, so it's not going to space.
All right. As Tornado put it, we might as well move on. Here we go.
Bring on the stupid.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Have a good day.
This is it. Okay. Do you guys all see the screen? Plane always flies level.
Yep.
Yeah, it's remarkably stupid.
Yes, it is. Not curvel. Hey, we got a new vocabulary word.
And
It's curvilicious.
Remember how excited we were when we got curvizon? I forgot exactly who gave us that. But
I don't know, but
from our dev, loved that one.
Curvel. Yeah, wow. This thing is dripping moron. I don't know why.
yes, it is. All right. Yes, sir.
I'd like to call drink on this one because level does not equal. So drink.
Yes, exactly, and that's that associating flat with level and not understanding level is perpendicular to the direction gravity's pulling you. Yeah.
And
Well done.
That's not level. It's level.
Level.
Yes, level.
Okay. So the plane is always flying level. Very nice. But suddenly I'm thinking of
That's his fault for hyphenating it like that.
Suddenly I'm thinking of Inspector Clouseau for some reason. All right.
The mythics doing it there.
Imagine why.
He's been thrown out of the plane, so apparently there should be very little stupid from here on in.
Oh, if only he had been thrown out of the plane while it was in flight. Now that would have been a video.
RJ,
that would have been. Well, he wouldn't have got the video then, because not only would his cell phone have been obliterated, but he probably would have been turned into a greasy.
How good is Wi-Fi at 30,000 feet?
Not very. At least not ground based.
You know, RJ, you didn't used to be this hostile before you started hanging out with us.
You're all a terrible influence on me.
We've had a bad influence, definitely, and we apologize. All right.
No, we don't.
Well, one of us does.
No, we don't. No, don't apologize on that.
Okay. Drake, size apologizing.
You think the Earth is flat? Yeah, give them the exit.
Oh, nice. Okay, here we go.
Who was that? Wooden Toad one says you want to get to at least 12K feet before ejecting passengers. You're right, and that's because it actually. Honestly, you could do it at 8,000. They'd still achieve terminal velocity, but 12,000 would be enough for them to piss themselves properly.
Always take pride in your work when ejecting idiots from your aircraft. Do it properly and follow procedures.
No half a job. I agree. All right, and moving on.
Do the job, do it right.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Oh, there it is. That is not an Airbus. That's definitely that actually looks like a 727.
Let's see. Don't see any nozzle.
I'd have to see the tail real clearly, but it looks like a 727. Oh, one of the more modern 727s, actually.
Oh, we're getting some good advice here. He doesn't see a nozzle.
Yeah.
And we should stop spreading the chemtrail agenda. Okay. Got it.
Well, at least one of the things.
Flat earther, like the stop clock, is right on that one point.
Indeed.
Yep. And but actually less a stop clock, because that's right at least twice a day. And flat earthers are rarely even this close to right. As for the rest of it, they're not even wrong. So
well, remember, clocks are circular and the planet isn't. So that would be that he would only have to be right once.
Good point. All right. This was dumb. Let's see if there's any more dumb text.
Chemtrails falling on your head.
Will you see that text under the wing?
What? Back it up? Here we go.
Text under the wing. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, hopefully it was after this point.
Actually, before, I think.
No?
Nope.
You can
have to go back a little bit further.
A little more.
Looks like EI something or other. Is this? No, a little further.
Back. Yeah.
Dice Strike, you can use the comma and period but keys on your keyboard to go frame by frame.
There we go.
Okay, EI F R
X.
RX. Okay.
Oh, he's going to look up the damn plane.
Sure, why not?
All right, there we go. See, some actual data can be extracted from flat Earth
work.
It is. Oh well, here we go.
Yes.
I've actually managed to find it. It is a Boeing 737-8AS. Belonging to a joint called Ryanair.
And what? And does it specify its?
So they were ferrying a bunch of nitwits to a flat Earth convention on a junket, and that's why he was able to get into the cockpit, because it was
MSN 447. Let's see. I got here. Let me just grab this. Let me get flight track data. Where does it actually? Here we go. I'll just drop this link right in the chat here. Give me 2 seconds. I'll give this. I'll just toss it. I'll toss it in here. Somebody else can toss it in the chat.
1002.
Yeah.
All right. So I think what we're really interested in is what exactly is its chemtrail capacity? Is that specified by registry?
Good luck with that. That's not something they tell you. I can tell you where it was manufactured.
All right.
It was actually it put up its first flight 10/9 of 16, so it's a brand new aircraft, and looks like it's okay. I don't know a whole lot about Ryanair. Let me go to
Paul Ryan has an airline.
I hope not. Oh, actually, it's out of Ireland, of all places.
Oh, right, the little leprechauns. They're ferrying the Lucky Charms back and forth across the Atlantic for the smugglers.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, this is an aircraft that belongs to an Irish concern, and it's used to fly from looks like Turkey in the east, all the way out to Spain in the west, and up into Sweden in the north.
Okay.
It covers all of Eastern and Central Europe, and a little bit there in Spain. It goes nowhere in France at all, ever.
And there we go. Now we know all about the plane that we saw the wing of. Excellent. Here we go.
See, this is educational.
It is. The hell's that?
Inadvertently.
You see that? The sun and the trail shadow. My camera is not able to see.
So this guy is saying that the stories of the conspiracy doing chemtrails is actually a conspiracy to. Okay, we're too deep in conspiracies already.
Brain hurts. Need the oven mitt.
Yes, indeed. Here we go.
Clear trails like that over hundreds of miles. Or 10.
All right. I don't think we're getting...
But you got to admit, it's really artsy stupid.
That is true. And the only sad part is I don't think we're getting these 43 minutes back. We're oh, wait a minute.
There's no refund on that one.
Wait a minute. The clock changes. We're getting an hour back. We're 15 minutes ahead.
Not till the 5th.
I know, but I'm banking this. All right, let's see what we got.
Okay, the link has been put in the chat.
Oh, I already found that link. I was actually looking at the live flight tracker.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking at the live flight tracker. I care not for the live flight tracker. I wanted to make sure that the chat had that, so they knew that I wasn't talking out of my ass.
Indeed.
Now, you see, if this guy had only known how to play his hand farther than he needed to, he could have argued that chemtrails are actually a feature of the globe Earth, and their absence is therefore proof of the flat Earth. See, he just missed another step.
Aha. Now it almost sort of... Yeah. Okay, good enough.
It'd be as logical as what he's put up so far.
Indeed. All right. Let us see what else we have up for that. That was eminently forgettable. I've already forgotten we watched that.
Well, not forgettable. I got a really good look at the cockpit, and that was interesting and educational.
That was, but I'm just going to pretend that was in a documentary of some sort. I'm going to try to forget the rest of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that one was actually that aircraft was made just up north of me.
Aha. All right. Now, next up,
good old Renton, where they make the little Boeing planes.
Wait till you hear this one. We have got a
I
video.
believe Side Strike is speaking.
Yeah, it kind of was. Cool. Thanks. That's appreciated. We have something interesting. Okay, that's a lie. We have something from our good friend, also a lie, Flat Earth Asshole. Remember him? This is called, and it's a very enigmatic title, The End of the Fake Flat Earth. Now, Squirrel and I were talking about this. Since we have not watched this one, I'm wondering if he's going to come out as a Poe and say, yeah, I've just been yanking y'all. And Squirrel says no, he's just going to have a different kind of slightly tweaked version of the Flat Earth to show us. So maybe we'll get to see which...
all of the old stuff were those fake Flat Earth, but he has the authentic Flat Earth.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, for the record, the fact that we have this particular video at all is at least partially my fault. Actually, it is greatly my fault because I'm the one that started out right before the stream, downloading it from the website and then pushing it up to Google Drive so I could go get it. We were having a problem getting an archive so we could actually do this.
Yeah.
And Side Strike, if I'm right on this one, the last one is from our good friend Geranurism.
Yes, I believe we have a Jism video. Do we not?
Yes, in fact we do. That is accurate.
Okay.
My favorite punching bag.
Alrighty. Let us see.
All right, and let's see. Cal City Alpha apparently has already seen it, and Mr. United for the Children thinks you're an asshole because he can't go to bed now.
Lovely. All right.
Just a couple quick notes from the chat there.
Great. That is ideal.
It says his 10-year-old Flat Earthers are nuts, and your 10-year-old is correct.
My 7-year-old is of the opinion that the people are saying, yeah.
May says that saw some comments on that one. Flat Earth are infighting. It's just chill. No, you're a show over and over.
Oh God. Let's see what we got. Here's Flat Earth Asshole.
Oh, how long is this tome?
1 hour and 5 minutes. And some seconds.
Drink, that's not the Earth.
But it is starting off like a 1960s Italian science fiction.
There's a true Flat Earth?
That's the implication.
Well, I guess we're about to get it, yeah.
Okay.
The globe was a lie.
Okay.
The globe was a lie.
Somewhat precise theory.
Yep.
Duped!
I hate being duped.
We're bypassed.
Oh my.
The deception didn't end there, ...
God.
What if everything you thought you knew was wrong? Question mark.
Let's need a good question marks, please.
Drink.
Oh, RJ, was that you?
Too many question marks.
Yep.
That was me. I just thought I'd I thought I'd start off on a philosophical point. If everything you knew was wrong, then you would know something that you weren't wrong about. That you knew everything was wrong.
But that would be wrong, wouldn't it?
In which case, you wouldn't know that.
So what?
You got to bring a Cretan in on this one.
Gotcha.
They're the only ones that tell the truth.
So what you're saying
Thank you,
is,
James. I completely agree.
So
thank you to
says, well, at least he.
Thank you to Artisus.
So what you're saying is, and okay, who's the first person that's going to know where this is from? Norman, I am lying. Okay, that's one person knows where that's from.
A lie.
Everything I say is a lie. But you lie, but you cannot lie, for you tell the truth. But all right, here we go. That was from Star Trek when the androids took over the ship. All right, here we go.
Hold on, Mom.
It's how you get an omniscient computer to have a conniption fit.
Exactly.
Every
standard
procedure.
You know, a stance has a problem when they're fighting with each other.
Well, I'd much rather the flutter eat itself.
Again! Exclamation mark!
Equidistant projection map that the USGS
Air map of the world,
uses
1945.
is the flat Earth map.
Okay, this is not fair.
Holy shit!
We put on a flat Earth asshole video, which is bad enough. But
Drink.
then we got to hear. Okay, go ahead with the drink.
Yeah, I'm just calling drink to say drink.
Okay, well that person is drinking as well, but
there's not enough booze.
No, we're suffering through a flat Earth asshole video, and yet we've still got to hear Dubé. It's just frightening. All right, there we go.
Here's
Squirrel. You got something? Yeah.
After this, you owe me. You exposed me to this.
There we go.
You exposed me to this thing without booze.
Indeed.
No, I do not have any bleach.
Squirrel. Squirrel.
God, my eyes help.
What?
You have to remember, if it weren't for Psy, we would not be able to have this show. So
you guys are just
gonna Psy owes any of us.
You guys are just gonna kill me.
A slight upon the show itself.
Not really, no.
Yeah,
all right.
Show's fine. I just
it
need
is.
to be wasted. Yeah, I really need to be wasted to let this pass.
We can tease, we can joke. That's all fun and games. There's nothing wrong with that. But we wouldn't be able to do it without Psystrike sitting down and making this an available platform for all of us. So,
well, alrighty.
Note says all I have is mellow yellow. That's all I have.
The chat agrees with me.
Kind of like God making hell an available platform for everybody.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing for all of you.
Well, I think we're seeing Hell's concierge here. Concierge here.
All right. Okay.
That's easy for me to say.
RJ, am I to understand you laid your hands on some alcohol?
No, I managed to do that just with my tank tungled up without any liquor at all.
I understand. All right.
I was going to say, RJ drinking? That's what the hell's happening?
Why don't we hit play just to get off of his screen?
Just find out what this Dorothy Lamour in a sarong after the radiation treatment has to tell us.
Indeed. Here we go.
The azimuthal equidistant projection map that the USGS actually uses is the flat Earth map.
Drink. Oh my God, I'm so tired of that claim.
You're not the only one.
The United States Geological Survey does not use an azimuthal equidistant map anywhere. I have... Okay. For any new viewers that don't already know this, or for anyone that hasn't been on Sunday Science, my dad worked for the USGS, and every time I got in trouble as a kid, I got to go to my dad's work, and I got to help color fill maps based upon the geology of the land. If you don't know what that's like, imagine sitting down with a... I don't know, what's the best way to describe it? Probably sitting down with a rapidiograph and the finest point marker you could imagine, and filling in one line worth of geological sediment at a time on a map. It was awesome. And I loved every second of it. I got in trouble just so I could go to work with my dad and do that. because of how much fun it was. I gotta tell you, of the billions of maps, I shit you not, billions. There was not a single map anywhere within that building. 7.5-minute quadrangles? Yes. Why would it be 7.5 minutes? I don't know. Maybe you're talking about a damn sphere.
RJ, did you have something to add in there? I thought I heard you.
No, nothing in particular other than a snark.
Oh, hey, they're always welcome. All right, let us move on. So, okay, so Dubé saying that this map is a real one, and somehow Flat Earth Asshole is going to pull some magical new Flat Earth model out for us. That's what we're waiting for, I guess. All right.
Well, I was gonna say, doesn't this look exactly like the one he said was fake?
Well, yeah, this is it. Yeah, he's saying this one's fake, and he's hopefully going to be showing us something. Okay. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Also, Sice Break?
Yeah.
May I add hydrostatic equilibrium? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Good. Everyone. All right, everyone. Here we go.
I was about to pull a desert file.
All right, none of that. Here we go.
Logo is another example of it. The UN logo is actually a flat Earth map divided into 33 sonic sections.
Double yawn.
We've seen the Dubé stuff.
What if the powers that be?
Oh, here we go.
Sold us the globe deception. Had a backup plan.
Uh-oh.
What if they could
your
just
little globe pillow isn't that cute?
Same globe they fooled us with once and smash it flat. Could they dupe us again? Are we really big enough idiots to fall for a blue frisbee? Right in our faces? Is the truth really right there in plain sight?
Oh, I can't wait to hear what his solution is.
Or were we sold a false model yet again by snake oil salesmen such as Eric Dubé?
Whoa! Oh, now.
That's actually what that guy looks like?
Oh, now. Is a flat earther coming out directly opposing Mr. Dubé?
He is.
Oh my God, that's horrifying.
This is not previously seen.
Is that actually Dubé? Am I looking at a picture of Mr. Dubé?
I cannot.
So it would seem. Apparently, he's big into cross-dressing.
Oh my!
Okay.
Well, I'm never going to be able to unsee that.
All right.
I mean, I knew the guy was into yoga, but he's stretching a little far.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Jim Carrey.
A little bit.
Someone got the joke.
He's wearing a headband. He's wearing a headband, a cravat, and a tube top. I mean, how intelligent could he be?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Apricot is in this year.
Yeah, I'm still questioning his background.
May I make a request?
Oh, you have a request? Please.
I do have a request. As of having seen this footage, can we please no longer ever do the O-Face game?
Oh, no, we shall not.
Please.
Stricken from the agenda.
It's completely tainted us for it, yes. It's ruined it for it's ruined us for the O game, damn it.
Here we go.
Let's just okay, this guy just ruined the joke Tangerine Dream.
All right. Here we go.
I didn't know it could get worse.
Well, at least
this would be Tangerine Scream.
We've gotten to the part where Flat Earth Asshole is starting to say that everything there was crap. Now maybe he's going to produce a new model that will somehow seem more palatable form of crap. Let's see.
Matt Boylan, Mark Sargent, and Jeranism. These were the first...
Squirrel!
Okay, so he just called out the top echelon of flat earthers on YouTube.
Yep.
This has got to be real. This had better be really freaking good because he's just everybody.
Well,
pretty much.
I think you're going to.
He might be a troll. He might be trolling.
I have a feeling you're going to be disappointed by the punchline, but never mind.
Well, let's find out.
Have you seen this video?
I now know that Jaron does
no spoilers.
Clever than Dubé.
No spoilers, anybody. If anybody has seen it, just no spoilers. Here we go.
4 guys to come along and wave the blue frisbee in our face. I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the AE map, what they claim to be the official map of the flat Earth, I'm going to prove it's not only wrong, but it has just as many holes as the globe. And anyone who wears it on their clothing, anyone who pushes it or promotes it is pushing disinformation, knowingly or unknowingly.
Wow.
So, I bet you guys are wondering
words.
Oh yeah, and going
them's incoherent fighting words, but them's fighting words.
Yeah.
Them's German words.
Yeah.
I feel the need to say that at least this guy isn't pushing the azimuthal equidistant projection like Jeranism is. I will give him this much: he hasn't stooped to the ultimate low.
Yes, but
unlike Jeranism.
We've seen Flat Earth asshole before, and whatever joy you're feeling now, hang on to that because
it's going to go.
It's going to go away. You'll see. All right.
I am of course referring to the moon landing.
Here we go.
Oh, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Squirrel. Yeah.
I will note at this time that I was right.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Here we go.
Sort of proof I've come up with. Well, let's dig in.
Here comes the proof. Here it comes.
Sunrise and sunset angles absolutely prove that the sun does not go in a circle around an AE map or any other circular map.
Okay, Drink, what the hell was that? That was truth. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Somebody.
Oh, but I'm sure he's going to turn it into untruth.
Maybe.
In a matter of seconds.
Well, he said for globe and flat Earth, it doesn't work.
Yeah, he did say
that.
Maybe.
Perhaps he misspelt it and he meant angels.
Could be. All right, here we go. So, yes, we already know the angles do not work.
If you go to suncalc.net, you can actually find out where the sun is going to rise and where the sun is going to set. And apparently in the southern hemisphere, such as Australia, they're seeing the sun rise from the southeast and set in the southwest. Even in South Africa, they're seeing the sun set in the southwest. In South America, they're seeing the sun set in the southwest. Now, no matter where you drag the cursor around in the southern hemisphere, at this time of year in October, the sun is setting to the southwest. That's a problem for the AE map because that's the opposite direction than the supposed circling sun. If people in the southern hemisphere are seeing the sun set to the southwest, that is in the entirely opposite direction than the supposed circling sun. So,
Squirrel?
There is exactly, now there, Mr. Flat Earth arsehole, there's exactly one way in which this would actually happen, is if the Earth was the oblate spheroid that the vast majority of people take it for. Okay.
Damn it, that's a good point.
You are going to argue. You are going to argue a model that cannot work under any circumstances. I'm pretty sure I know where he's going with this.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
All right, let's see what we got.
Drink.
Yes.
Squirrel, you're just talking geometry. Yeah, nometry, basically. Nometry.
What he's going to do is completely wrong, and I'm going to laugh.
You think?
I know exactly what he's trying for.
All right, let's see.
This is a glaring hole in the AE map and model. Now, I didn't just take suncalc.net's word for it. I actually asked some friends in Australia and further south to help me run some experiments. And here's what we came up with.
Hey guys, this is Alex. Okay, I'm in Warburton, which is in just east of Melbourne, about an hour east of Melbourne, in Australia. We're about what are we? 37 degrees latitude south, sunset. Today's the 15th of October 2017, and I thought you might be interested in seeing this. So here I've got a compass pointing directly at the sun, and it's showing that the sun is currently going down at about 249 degrees west. Now if you know anything about the cardinal directions, you'll know that the sun only goes...
Okay.
Let's all play a game. Let's just hope he gets hit by a golf ball.
Down,
no, he's doing actual
in the summer,
he's doing an actual measurement. He's okay.
In the southern hemisphere, as far as the tropics,
I would like to point out that he's using a phone, so it's a NASA conspiracy that this is true. It's all a lie.
Good point. Good point.
The Tropic of Capricorn, which the sun shouldn't be down past due west, okay, which is 270 degrees. Well, it's currently way down to 246 southwest.
Almost like you're on a sphere.
Which means that it's basically, as far as Melbourne is concerned, heading straight towards the South Pole.
What? What?
So, I'd like to know if someone can explain that. I don't want any convoluted answers.
Drake.
But just a simple.
Okay.
I don't want to make it a convoluted. I don't want to make it a convoluted answer. But I'm not sure you can tell the direction the sun is going in, actually.
I'm not sure.
Okay, first off, from the vicinity of Melbourne, traveling southwest, you would actually expect it to head more or less towards the South Pole. He does know where he has some concept of where if he speaks. Although you could still go due south from Melbourne and reach the South Pole, you would actually look at it on a map as being almost directly southwest of your position from Melbourne.
Plus, he's got a phone. All right, here we go.
As to why it's not up at least beyond further north than due west, which is what it should be.
Now, some folks may claim, well, the Tropic of Capricorn runs through Australia, so possibly people in Australia are seeing the sunset to the southwest as some sort of weird perspective issue. Now your problem becomes, folks in Tasmania are also seeing the sunset to the southwest, and they live south of the Tropic of Capricorn.
It is the 18th of the 10th, 2017.
Somebody called Drake?
I was actually looking at the chat here.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Unite for the Children says, sunset at due west in October? Someone doesn't understand equinox.
There we go.
So I guess I'm going to have to call Drink on that one.
That works.
Devonport, Tasmania. Currently watching the sun starting to set right now. My last field of view. It is currently now setting. I'm not sure if you can see that out correctly or not. Go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's perfect, thanks.
You have to forgive me, I'm using the sun filter. There we go, 260 degrees, just south of west.
Slightly not quite west, isn't it?
Oh, I thought that was an E on its side.
It is the 20th of
Nope,
October.
that's a W, and at 260 degrees.
The current time,
it's headed west-southwest.
PM. The sun now, on my last visual sight of the horizon,
Jemchin, yes, I noticed that annoying noise in the video.
Setting at 254 degrees south of west.
So that's not south.
I've lined up my compass properly. Which I do have. Sitting right here.
Okay.
Yeah, just slightly off center from west, right?
You can see clearly that the
No,
compass
which is
is
I
set
can
on
tell from
north,
the globe that I have in front of me does not go actually anywhere near Antarctica.
and it's south of west. For all you doubters out there, this destroys your azimuthal equidistant model and smashes it to pieces.
Okay, for any of you that were unaware, that particular model of the flat Earth is apparently incorrect. There, I think we've learned something today.
That's good to know that. I'll put that down in my little diary.
Okay, good,
Now,
good.
here's
Good
if
that
I
someone's
may,
writing
for
it
just a
down.
moment.
Okay.
If I may, for just a moment.
Okay.
Now, his compass his compass setup is behaving in exactly the way I would expect it to. You take a heading on the equinox, you take another heading a few days later, you take another heading a few days after that, and you would see the sun setting moving away from that point. Okay, and of course, when the solstice comes back around, it will start to look back, only on the other side of the compass. So there's that's a thing.
All right, see, Squirrel, it sounds to me, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds to me as if you're suggesting we're on some sort of a sphere.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we're on an oblate spheroid.
Damn it, I knew it!
Tell you what the difference. You know what the fun part of it is? I can even tell you what the difference is between our circumference north to south and the circumference east to west at the equator. That number is
the flat Earth is draped around a sphere. That would explain everything.
Indeed, it's all cleared up now. Here we.
The difference is so significant. It's so insignificant that it's almost impossible to tell. It really is. The little bitty bulge that we get is less than 200 meters.
Alrighty.
Between north and south and east and west. It's really small.
Cool. Here we go.
If folks who live south of the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere are seeing the sun set to the southwest, this is a huge, gaping, glaring hole in the azimuthal equidistant map.
Did y'all hear that? There's a hole in. There's one singular. He's found one.
He's got one piece of evidence that it's all wrong.
I see.
And I agree. He's got one piece of evidence that it's all wrong.
We've been trying to give him all the other pieces.
I will give.
Shrink.
I will.
Is he saying is he saying there's an a-hole in Tasmania?
No. Mr. Iron Arsehole here has actually done an experiment that puts the lie to the traditional flat Earth model. Therefore, he can actually make the claim he's making.
Indeed, and
you're right. They got a big hole. They got a big hole in the azimuth equidistant map. They got a great big hole there. Yes, this is a thing that would not happen.
Hit up the azimuth.
Alrighty, let us move on.
Map and the circle sun model.
Hold on.
Those of you following my channel for a while probably remember I put out a video called Testing Globetards. It was in response...
Okay.
It was in. I will finish his sentence for him. It was in response to a video by Cool Hard Logic called "Testing Flatards."
Indeed.
And in fact,
I've seen that one. All 3 parts, actually.
Yes, this particular thumbnail is from part 3, and you can see the only thing that he managed to frickin' model. Or that the only change he made was to get the wrong thing, to get the wrong critter there to put globetards on there when he used the wrong font for globe.
Yeah. Okay.
See, now I have to want to get CHL in here to see what he has to say about it.
Well, that was in the past.
May I speak up, please?
Oh, sure. Go right ahead.
Sure.
I was going to say that the flat Earth arsehole we're seeing here does have one point hole in the azimuthal equidistant projection. It's called the azimuthal equidistant projection. In that there's a hole about the size of the azimuthal equidistant projection.
Yeah.
It's so big it actually has its own gravitational pull.
Indeed. Greater at the rim, I'm told. Okay, here we go.
To a YouTube channel known as Cool Hard Logic that put out a video series called Testing Flatards.
Which some of you may have seen.
Now, Cool Hard Logic actually put out hit pieces not only against flat earthers, but most specifically the azimuthal equidistant map, or the popular flat earth model. To my knowledge, I was the only flat earther to ever take his challenge and do a debunk video against him. No one else even attempted to do so. No one else even attempted to...
Okay. Squirrelman!
Yes, Mr. Iron Arsehole, we are aware that you did this. We're also aware that you did it very, very, very poorly.
Yes. I was going to say...
that video out.
I was going to say...
We should break out that video.
He did a video. I don't know if I'd call it a debunk video. We'll just call it a video, shall we? Right.
The AE model. The flat earth map, as they claim. Not Eric Dubé. Not Jeranism. Not Mark Sargent. Not any of them. I was the only one to take on Cool Hard Logic. And in the first video I made, I think I did a damn good job debunking him. The problem I ran into was he punched so many holes in the AE map. I got uncomfortable trying to defend it, and I even had to admit that the map is seriously flawed. He never did prove curvature.
Oh, okay, Squirrel.
Props, Mr. Iron Arsehole. You real...
Oh, that's a lot of reverb.
Oh,
guys?
That's not me. Who's watching it?
I'm not watching shit.
What the hell happened? How'd we get to the wrong video here?
It looks like we got looped back. It looks like we got looped back to the to the front end of it.
How the hell?
To the front end of the stream we were just doing.
Yes, we're back to the left.
Playing Pilot.
All right.
Wait, what just happened?
All right, this means... All right.
As they claim.
There we go.
Wait, hold on. This is where we're drinking.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, I will give you props. You looked at all the evidence, came to the realization that that thing was not right, and therefore you went looking for what is, despite the fact that you were told what it is and given evidence there too. You chose not to accept that evidence. That's fine. I'm completely on board with you not accepting CHL at his word, but whatever it is you've got coming up now, you're just gonna cock it up worse.
Yeah, one would think. All right.
But he damn sure seemed to prove that the map had problems.
Yeah.
By the time he put out Testing Flatards Part 2, I realized the information he was bringing to the table was going to make it absolutely impossible to defend the AE map and the AE Circle Sun model any longer.
Boy, that's sure a job of debunking, wasn't it?
Indeed. Okay. Let's see, who called that? Somebody called.
Yeah,
drink.
a good
Oh,
drink.
You're up.
Drink. Yeah, I think this is amazing because we're seeing real time here. Someone coming to the conclusion that their life-held beliefs about things like flat Earth are wrong, and I think it's amazing that he's going to kind of come around to NASA's view, and see that it's a globe in the end. I think this is amazing steps, and I'd like to congratulate him and his pick that he's put there on the screen. He obviously thinks he's a wizard.
Let's just hold on to those happy thoughts. Let's hold on to those happy thoughts you just had for as long as we can, because I've got a feeling they're going to be dashed sometime in the very near future. So, here we go.
At that point, I decided to give up on the blue frisbee forever.
Drink.
Okay, Andy, what do you got?
Damn it, I keep putting my elbow on my keyboard. Sorry, it's messing everything up.
That's how we ended up at the wrong video. I did the same thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you know, every now and then it happens. How in the world can you sit down as a flurfer and say all flurfers are wrong and still not produce evidence?
Well, let's give him a chance. He may produce something that he believes is evidence. And
The enemy knows the map is wrong.
That's very dramatic.
Side Strike, I know this is unconventional of your show, but may I produce a small amount of evidence for everything they say is a lie? Because there's some things you cannot fake.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say
go back.
The sun does.
All right.
The sun does look considerably larger than that in real life. Just to point that out.
And it's not as pointy. This sun looks downright hazardous. Andy, are you getting ready to share something?
If you will allow me to. Apparently, I need your permission to.
Alrighty, let us
just put a tab
which
in.
Makes sense. I mean, we're a bunch of guys
point.
sitting around drinking and making fun of flurfers.
Here, try it.
It makes sense that you would want some permission involved.
Hold on, let me make sure we're set up for that. Translation, we're not. Let me get.
I kind of figured we weren't. I mean, it's not really the way that movie night goes.
Right, we're ready. Take it.
All right. Yes, I would like to present.
This is another porn film. I'm gonna get you.
No, it's not another one. Good God.
Okay.
He's done that before?
Nah, certainly not.
Okay, I have no idea which screen you guys are seeing. One of them is you, and one of them is Apollo 11.
We're not seeing it. You're not.
I am seeing you're presenting to everyone. Stop screen sharing.
Yes.
Mine doesn't look anything like Tom Hanks.
No.
No, and it doesn't look anything at all like the enemy that the guy was talking about. I want to know who this enemy is.
Andy's
or perhaps he misspelled enema.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to back out of this for a second and figure out what's wrong there.
Okay, do the cessation of presenting, and we'll go back to whatever the hell it was we were doing.
I don't know why in the world you guys couldn't.
What you were?
Yeah, don't know. What was.
You shared a window.
So suddenly, all of a sudden, I'm talking, and you like. Okay, what in the world did I do wrong here?
Can everyone? Okay.
Your mind, I can feel it.
All right, I'm resuming presenting.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Maybe I'll try a little later, but
not a problem. Not a problem. We'll come back to you. We know where you are. Here we go.
Fun for this one. I was excited to share it. So,
oh no,
sorry, viewers. I was interested in sharing that one and thought I could.
Drink.
My apologies.
Okay, go ahead. You're up.
Yeah, drink. I was just trying to stop Andy so he could have another drink.
Okay, have a drink, Andy.
I've had enough drinks.
Yeah, we don't need a repeat of last week where we almost killed him.
He's already 3 sheets into the wind. Don't get him to 4.
All right. So we can.
I need at least 5 more here.
So we can get back into the spirit of things. RJ, can you give us your dramatic reading of what's on the screen there?
Oh, absolutely. The enemy knows the map is wrong.
There we go. Now we're in the mood again. Here we go.
Continue to use a broken model is insane.
I agree.
Defending the broken model will be your downfall.
So what do the transitions between night and day look like at the equinoxes on a giant space pizza? An observer on the equator will still see the sun pass directly overhead at solar noon, so the sun must be over the equator. This means observers on the flat Earth have to observe the sun rising directly northeast. It would appear to rise from a more northerly direction the further south you go, and tend towards a more easterly direction the further north you go, but would never rise in the east. Similarly, when the sun sets, an observer on the equator of the flat Earth would see it set directly northwest, setting on a more northerly heading the further south you go, and a more westerly heading the further north you go. It would never set due west. You'll be unsurprised to hear that reality disagrees. What actually happens at the equinoxes is that all observers at all latitudes see the sun rise due east and set due west, geographically speaking, not magnetically. Flatards have 3 choices at this point. They can accept reality and that their idea simply doesn't work.
Good luck with that.
Or they can deny reality and continue living in their little fantasy.
Most likely.
Or they can detail a mechanism by which equatorial observers see the sun a full 45 degrees off where it would actually be in their world. For everyone to see the sun rise in the east on a flat Earth, we re-encounter a familiar problem. The sun would have to be in multiple places at the same time for observers up and down the world. And of course, people on the other side of the world will be watching the sun set and will face the same damned problem. All of this whilst the equatorial flatard in the hat says the sun is directly overhead. Since the sun isn't and never can be in multiple places at the same time, the presence of another simple and utterly irreconcilable paradox leads us to the only sensible conclusion, that the notion of us living on a giant frisbee is bollocks.
Here's a question. Have you ever seen the sun shrink into a dot? Yeah. Oh wait, you mean in real life? No. I've only seen that happen on YouTube videos. But in real life, I've seen it get big as fuck before it goes down. How about you? Have you ever seen the sun shrink into a little teeny weeny little dot before it disappears?
Only if I take the right drugs.
Seen that on a
RJ, did you got one?
Yeah. I want to know, just how big is F? Does he have is that in metric or English F? Is it a little different if you're using that or if you use a cubit? I think that everybody else who actually looks at the real life sun finds it to be the same size all the time.
Indeed.
Actually, believe it or not, depending on where we are in our orbit, the sun will be a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger, because our orbit actually varies by about 10%.
True, but what
not so much that it really makes much of a difference.
And what he's talking about in the video is over the course of a day that you're supposed to see the sun shrink to a dot if their whole perspective argument was not crap. But
yeah,
anyway,
I've made the statement multiple times before, and I'll make it multiple times again. To the human eye, the sun is of one angular size always.
It's about the size of your
human eye. To the human eye, yes. There's instrumentation that can measure the difference due to our slightly elliptical orbit. But to the human eye, the sun is of a angular size.
I mean, perhaps, and I'm just saying perhaps, what's gone wrong with his experiment here is every time he's been watching it, he's fallen asleep. And that's why it shrinks to a dot.
I don't agree.
Okay.
I have to disagree. The human eye is way better than any $10,000 camera or Hubble telescope. The human eye can see anything.
But it does have an eyelid. It does have an eyelid, right?
That it does.
Yeah.
And Tornado, do you have something to add?
That's its flaw.
Yes, actually, I do have something to add. I believe the issue with the whole getting big thing on the horizon, that has to do with an optical illusion where objects on the horizon or near the horizon will tend to look bigger due to smaller objects being, say, like if you have a small house right next to the sun will look very big, but if the sun is very high in the sky, the sun will look pretty small.
Indeed.
Same thing as the moon illusion.
Yeah, there's still a fair amount of discussion over the exact causes of that, as far as I know. That if it is merely compared with ground objects, that doesn't help with us here at the on the coast, though, where you observe the same effect over the ocean. But perhaps it's
it's much more pronounced. Here in Spokane, if I see something coming up, I'm seeing. I don't even have any mountains to look at. It's just the houses and trees and other kinds of things. Your brain instantly categorizes how big things are.
Yeah.
And the moment it has a chance to reflect it, comparing to something that you have a sense about how big it is, the brain immediately says, "Holy moly, that's a huge thing. It's got to be really far away." The moment you look up above at the sky, there's absolutely nothing you can compare it to.
Yeah.
So your brain has no way of weighting it. So you're actually seeing it correctly, but it lies to you that it's a small object.
Indeed, it's. I think you're absolutely right in that aspect. Well, not only do I know you're right in that aspect, but I think you're right in that aspect with the description when it comes to like looking at Venus when it's visible during sunset, as opposed to looking at Venus when it's visible during sunrise. During sunrise, Venus is kind of but when it's visible during sunset, it's kind of whoa.
I'm glad we're using scientific terms, but see the analogy.
That's or if it's really big, it's whoa.
I mean, it's it has more to. It doesn't have as much to do with the phases as it has to do with the time of year that it is being viewed, and its distance to Earth. I've always thought it was really funny that Venus is the closest to Earth when it's the smallest crescent, and it's also the brightest at the smallest crescent. Anywho, that's a thing for Sunday, not for Friday.
Either one.
It's one of those things where you sit down and you anticipate and you expect, but nope, not the case.
One thing my dad always told me is usually the more simple answer is usually the right one. So is it the sun is shrinking and growing, or is it that maybe our perspectives are skewed slightly?
That's
which one sounds more plausible?
Yeah, there's a much better probability that.
Yeah. I mean, I always tell
the moon rising is making the buildings look smaller because it's a larger object. So I think it's a larger object. That is much more logical than the moon is growing and shrinking. Dude, seriously, the moon growing and shrinking?
Indeed. Yeah, I always tell that to my girlfriend. It seems a lot bigger when you actually put it in your mouth.
All right.
I literally use the pinky finger. I would hold my pinky finger up, and you can do that easily with the moon as opposed to the sun, because that way you're looking at that really bright object, and you're not supposed to do that. But the moon is the same size. We know that because of the fact of the eclipses. So you're functionally measuring the diameter of the sun at the same time you're figuring out what the moon is doing. And
RJ, you just made the first flat Earth mistake imaginable.
What's that?
You actually stated the moon exists.
Oh wait, that's right.
I'm some translucent, non-existent, cold light shining thing,
or a projection.
Yeah, it's all CGI. All CGI.
One or the other. I mean, whichever one's simpler to put on YouTube.
Indeed.
Yep, the moon is a hologram, so speak it for morons.
Yes.
May I merely observe that the pretty picture we're seeing of the sun setting in this scenic environment is way better than having to look at Dubai in anything.
Drag.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was bad.
And thanks for bringing that back to memory. That's all right. Here we go.
Video screen.
That's what I'm here for,
TV
man.
Screen. Have you ever seen it with your actual eyes?
As opposed to the eyes that you borrow from Walmart?
It does change, and the changes are mostly due to the atmosphere. So I can show you a picture of the sun setting in the desert where it's very dry, and you'll see the sun shrink and shrink into a tiny pinprick before.
Okay.
Glare. Enough said.
All right.
It disappears into the
Yeah, I
horizon.
shouldn't need any more than that.
No, that covers it.
And then I can show you another video,
glare covers all of it.
On a more over the ocean, say on a more humid day, the sun is going to actually expand a little bit due to the atmosphere, and then disappear into the horizon like a big ball, as many people have seen it.
I'm in the desert.
Drink.
All right.
I would like to point out, if you look at the photos, it's almost the same size when it's going across the sky, but right when it gets to the horizon, like we were all saying, it starts changing sizes. So maybe the horizon is affecting the way it looks. Maybe. Possibly. You know.
Also, if I may interject,
Yes.
you know how I was talking about the sun and the moon having that huge effect where the smaller object compared to it will make the sun look really huge? I've also seen the same effect with the Orion constellation, where when the Orion constellation is just sitting in the sky, like doing its little thing, it's just like, hey, there's Orion. But when it's like right on the horizon, it's like, holy mother, it's huge.
Yeah. Indeed.
That word is glare.
Indeed. And in this
No,
case,
I'm talking about the constellation Orion.
yeah, right. There's not much glare with Orion, but I do. Yes.
Well,
I do
as
get your
we
point.
now know, the sun god puts his sunglasses on right at the time of sunset, and that's why it appears to get smaller.
Tip. This long you waited to give me the actual explanation, RJ?
Well, you know, I wanted to keep it as a surprise. You know, I
right.
have only a few limited arrows in my quiver.
All right. Nice. Okay. There we go.
I'm in Nevada, about 100 miles outside of Las Vegas. It's over 100 degrees. I don't know if you can read that. It's 104 outside. See the sun? It's pretty damn big, and it's sinking into the horizon.
Burning everything.
Eric Dubé says that the sun gets bigger when it goes down because of the moisture in the air and the humidity in the air. And he says when you're out in the desert where it's dry, the sun shrinks into a dot. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm in the desert. It's over 100 degrees. There's no humidity, and the sun ain't shrinking into no fucking dot. All right?
Okay.
And I've never seen the sun shrink into a dot in my entire life, except in videos. So, those of us who've ever been to the desert, like me right now, the sun does not turn into a dot. It gets just as big as it does and goes down when I'm at the ocean. Booyah.
I have no idea where this guy is trying to go with this.
No, nor do I. He's poking holes in something that's already assumed to be
he's a new
crap.
breed of debunker. He manages to confirm everything that he doesn't want to be true.
Yeah, and he keeps saying the stuff that like we say. This is getting disturbing. All right, here we go.
It's with us.
Right? He's agreeing with us. I don't like that.
No.
I still want to know who the enemy was.
He's supposed to stand in defiance of logic and reason, not with it.
I want the list of the enemy.
It's coming, I'm sure. And
by
I'm waiting for it. I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want an enemy teaser here.
I would like to point out that depending on where he was in Nevada, first off, temperature doesn't have anything to do with humidity. It can be 100 degrees outside, and it can have like 90% humidity. It doesn't matter temperature-wise. Second, Nevada actually is a humid desert. There's some places where it gets almost 70% humidity during the day.
That must suck.
Maybe when he looks at the temperature gauge, he shouldn't assume the humidity without actually looking at a humidity gauge.
Could be. But I'm still just waiting to see what his he's poking holes in something that we already know is crap. I'd like to hear the new crap.
I know it's very humid in the misters outside the hotels in Las Vegas.
Yes, it is. All right, here we go.
A boy and his dog taking a crap.
Absolutely.
Here it is, y'all. Can't do the circle map anymore.
Okay, tell us
circle sun anymore.
Tell us what the real thing is.
Done. And people are gonna say, Jake, you're attacking other flat earthers. We should all be sticking together. We should all unite. You shouldn't be attacking anyone. You're being divisive. I've heard that a lot. Right now, Jake, you're being divisive.
Okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't push people off the edge, mate.
Okay. Important safety tip.
No, we can still put
That's
them off
good
the
one.
edge. Okay.
If I may, for just a moment, our little friend here is actually not. See, the people that are talking to our little friend here, they assume that that all must be a single hive mind. That is not what happens here. You don't have to be being a hive mind. In fact, leads to echo chambers. Echo chambers are bad. You have to get out of your echo chamber, like this dude apparently tried to.
Well, we don't know
He's
yet.
Flat Earth asshole, so I guess. Well, he certainly.
Tim says this Jake looks like a poor man's David Drummond.
Well, if that's what he's going to do, that's what he's going to do. I'm
All right.
completely okay with that.
Excuse me, everyone.
Just remember,
It just proves that he's trying to think.
Yes.
Echo chambers are bad.
All right.
I'd like to say something.
Yes.
Me and Psystrike were doing a little bit of a Glowbusters thing while we were waiting for the Science Sunday thing to happen, and we saw a little clip of it. We cracked this joke. Glowbusters is actually 2 chambers at once. Echo chamber for them, torture chamber for us.
Absolutely.
Indeed. And let us continue with this loon.
Divisive. Don't be divisive. Let me ask you guys this. When you came out and you told your loved ones that you believe the earth is flat, or that you know the earth is flat, did that divide you?
Okay.
Yeah, this is the fucking worst rap music I've ever heard.
All right, I'll see if I can get an apology from him.
We still got a whole bunch of this left.
7-year-olds from do better rap than that.
All right, here we go.
I think Siri could do better rap than that.
Loved ones? Did it divide you from any relationships? Anybody that you used to be close to that you're not close to?
All right, this is filler.
Was that truth?
Yeah,
Like
is this keeping him from telling us what the actual shape of the Earth is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The truth is divisive. So what should you have done? Should you have just kept your mouth shut about the flat Earth and acted like it was a ball for the rest of your life? Should I have done that too? Fucking train. Jake,
Walk
Jake,
toward the tracks.
Dude, we
Walk
should
toward
just
the
all
tracks.
stick together and go after NASA. Don't go after other flat earthers. It makes us look bad. Oh, okay. So if somebody says that the Earth is rising upward to account for gravity, we should just be cool with that. They're our friend too, right? So if they go on camera and say that the Earth rises upward and they say they're representing the flat Earth, we're all supposed to be cool because, hey, they're a flat earther. They're a brother and sister under flat Earth. So no matter what you believe, as long as you say it's flat, we all have to love you, right? So if Alex Jones or David Icke became flat earthers tomorrow, we all have to get down and suck their dick and protect them too because we can't be divisive. See this kind of logic? It's cult-like mentality, and I'm done with it. I'm not gonna take place in cult-like mentality and cult-like behavior. I'm the flat earth asshole. I don't care if I stand alone. I don't care if I lose subs.
Oh, you have no problem on that front,
They're
Buster.
censoring the real truth. Shit, they might censor this video. You might want to take a fucking copy before this one goes down or this channel goes down. Who knows?
Squirrel.
It's a conspiracy!
Indeed.
The almighty they are going to take his channel and turn it inside out because he said that the flat earth wasn't real.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm good.
The enemy. We don't know who the enemy is.
Not yet.
I'm still missing that part. You know, or did he slip that one in some of the rap section and I didn't hear it?
No, he's not specified yet. Not yet. And still, I'm a little irked by all this filler. He's poked a lot of holes in what we already knew was crap. I want to hear what he thinks is real, and hopefully he'll get to that.
Girlfriend kicked him out. All he could do was to go out into the parking lot.
May very well be.
The girlfriend is actually pissed off that he's wasting a perfectly good education.
Franny says Jake is reminding me of one of the brothers from Myst.
All right, here we go.
Can we just get to Jeranism?
No, here we go.
I don't like drama. This video's all about the drama. I don't like drama. You guys are being like teenage girls. This is drama.
I don't like filler.
Yeah, I agree with that person. Thumbs up. I don't like drama. Let's all just...
Seamus, Seamus, what do you got?
Yeah, look, I got this.
Okay.
I'm disappointed that he's so disparaging on William Shakespeare. Because what's Shakespeare ever done to him?
He's also actually giving hoodies a bad name.
Shakespeare forgot to give it his monthly blowjob. That's what happened.
I see. All right.
I think actually he's giving a bad name to dogs that poop too, I think.
Yeah. I do sort of feel sorry for the dog. All right, here we go.
However, he's doing no end for G-Man's rapping.
All right.
And bad lighting.
Moving on.
Sing Kumbaya and be friends around the fucking ice wall. Oh wait, but we can't go there because there's guards at the ice wall and they'll shoot you. Pew pew pew. Yeah, cult-like mentality. Cult-like mentality. I don't like drama, so I'm not gonna participate if anyone calls out anyone else that's part of my little cult group. Yeah, exactly. Because that's cult-like mentality right there. Oh, it's drama. Oh, is it? No, drama is
it's
your friend's wife is fucking your sister and isn't telling her husband. That's drama.
No, drama is entertaining. This is not drama.
I would tend to agree.
This can't even match the test pattern that we started out with at the show.
No, I was actually, funny you'd say that. I was thinking of going back to that. Here we go.
Drama
I have a secret to tell you guys.
What's that?
Truthfully, I'm one of the guards on the ice wall.
Oh,
I'm
man!
part of the conspiracy. I'm sorry.
It's confirmed.
There's hundreds of us up on the ice wall.
Please.
Not the penguins.
Yeah, the penguins are our overlords.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they got glowing red eyes, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Of course. All right. Well, there's
eyewitness. It's proof. It's science.
There's one secret blown. All right. And there's somebody who's not getting their shield check. Here we go.
Typical Jerry Springer shit going across the nation, right? This is the fucking shape of the world and the truth that we're talking about. You know, it's kind of an intellectual war, a war on your mind. War is dramatic, motherfucker. I'm sorry if dramatic events make you uncomfortable. War is fucking dramatic, and it's fucking war right now.
Okay, Squirrel.
The only thing making me uncomfortable right now is this guy and his incessant rambling.
Yeah.
Somebody's either off his meds or has taken a massive blow to the head. And I'm not going to lay bets as to which. It might actually be both.
It could very well be, or it might be a calculated plan to increase the length of his video. Because you know how YouTube works these days.
News bulletin. News flash here. Nicolas Cage is already. Nicolas Cage has already agreed to play him in the movie.
Or he could be confusing with reality with movies, in which case war is drama.
Indeed. All right.
I have 100.
This is you should skip the Jeranism.
I have 100.
Dakota, what do you got?
I have $100 down that this guy actually owns a firearm, and even after this crazy ass video came out, he still owns it.
That's actually a frightening thought. Yeah. All right.
He's saving up for the bullets.
Here we go.
They want to fucking give you globe number 2, the blue fucking frisbee with the ice wall that surrounds you. Don't try to go there or the guards will shoot you. Oh, and look up, there's your little circle sun going around you and magically lighting up all the continents correctly. Did any of you guys ever stop to think, how do all those continents and locations get their correct specific number of daylight hours? Verified, documented daylight hours? How do they get those daylight hours with the circle sun going like this? Fucking train. Jake.
A drink pause.
Drink
I
paused.
should inform you that Jensen says, can someone please assure me that this guy doesn't have kids? Please? I'm sorry, we cannot assure you of that.
I'd like to. I would like to. I would love to, Jem, but I don't think I can. In fact, I'm pretty sure I can't.
He may have already pissed.
I'm actually scared that this person is not in an insane asylum.
Yeah, walking among us. That's the frightening part, isn't it?
So
yeah,
we have a show of fans
to get off the rails.
As to who the hell would like to be able to see what the true shape of the Earth is. Are you ever going to ever tell us, Jake?
All right, you know,
cube or a triangle.
All right, serious question. Are you guys sure we can't just stay with this instead of this jerk? I mean, isn't this more entertaining than this guy?
We need to find out. We need to find out.
We could do some Kent Hovind. I missed the Kent Hovind episode.
All right, let's. We got to find out what his point is.
Does he have to run on next week?
We got to find out what his point is. Here we go.
I am just
also
deep, about ready to fall over.
He's only just delivered 4 lines which rhyme, so I'm hoping this is going to be the start of something big in his rapping career.
All right.
Okay, gentlemen, I couldn't tell you what his point is, but I'm pretty sure I know where it is.
Here we go. Moving on.
Crazy. The sun
How far
goes
does he
in a
have to go?
circle around the little circle?
You mean in this little walk, or are you talking about how long is this horrible video?
No, I mean the whole thing. We're at time what as opposed to the whole length of the show?
We're at 23:03 out of 105. We're not doing too bad.
Holy moly, he's got a whole lot of room there to explain something like he's gonna.
Well, just think, the filler, which he's doing now, requires no callings drink. This will go by quickly.
That's what I would like to ask, because is the next 40 minutes just him doing this, and he has a minute of explanation?
I don't know. Now, we have called jump. We have called jump in the past, but we don't know how long this is going to go on. Hopefully his little walk's going to end, and he'll actually get back to telling us something arguably wrong, but different. Let us see.
Has the military considered using this as a tool to frighten terrorists out of holes by just laying it on a big screen?
Please do not invoke RJ. Do me a huge favor, dude. Do not invoke the spirit of Skippy Schwartz. For the love of all that is rational, do not do that.
Okay.
You're dangerously close to that.
We've got calls for Skip in the chat.
Yeah. Skip
the walk.
All right, here we go. We'll jump. We'll jump 5 ahead and see what we got. Here we go.
Got anything
Skip
different.
for F's sake, yes. In the name of all that's holy.
Oh, hey,
Skip.
hey, here's some
We
stuff.
have to go back now.
A little bit back. Oh, there's stuff and things. Oh, he just talked about this.
RJ.
We were like seconds from this.
I can't read, RJ. What does it say?
RJ.
Specify the number of daylight hours.
Here we go.
Times of the
We can back it up a little bit more. Let's make sure we've got the right spot.
This is, I believe this is it, because he was just belly aching about that. Yeah, all right, we'll start with...
there we go.
Here we go.
Explain
There's
further,
the frame we want.
shall we?
Specific number of daylight hours.
Daylight hours. In
Hours!
specific locations during specific times of the year. Absolutely debunk and smash the AE map and circle sun. And here is why.
There are plenty of observable proofs that prove the circle model is a wrong model of flat Earth.
So more of copying somebody else's accurate material. That was all part of his grand, stupendous debunking of that person?
Are real.
Yeah.
I mean, millions of people live in these southern cities.
You're hearing is Jake sawing off his own limb.
Drink.
Okay, Squirrel, what do you got?
Okay.
Hey.
Now he makes his claim number one is that actual daylight hours to the south are too long in reality compared to what they should be on the flat Earth pizza thing.
Yeah.
Now here's an interesting little tidbit that you will find that you might find interesting, because the outside edge of a flat Earth would actually rotate slower than the inside. Well, slower respectively. You would actually find the days would be longer in the south of the equator than they would be in the north.
Huh.
Because that's the rotating rubber disc Earth.
Well, here's something else you might find interesting. Along the same vein, apparently Heineken labels are no longer printed on the bottles. They're on peel-off clear plastic. What the hell is this?
Ooh.
Anyway, all right, sorry.
Oh, I bet the enemy is responsible for that.
Must be. I mean, the little stickers are flat. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, in his point too, he's actually making the point I just made.
For it to reflect reality. You set the sun's reach, so it can't reach Antarctica, but it's just giving the Arctic 24-hour light, as we know it does in the June summer. Then we look at what the reach is. We look at how many daylight hours is that sun giving, and up north it's giving, plenty. It's giving 12 to 14, but down south, I mean, you can pause it anywhere, and you can see that along those latitudes where the cities are, it's only given 5 or 6 hours of daylight, then it's going dark again. But they receive 10 hours of daylight on June the 21st or more. This model can't give the reality. A model must match reality. I mean, it's a basic fail of the Gleason's disk model, and it's a common sense, commonly known. Daylight hours can't be faked. The number of daylight hours can't be faked. So you could set the sun's reach so it's now a lot bigger. Now it will give 10 hours of daylight to those places where they actually receive it. But
North America would never see darkness.
Look in the north now, everywhere within the Tropic of Cancer really is getting 24 hours light.
Details.
Which again, we know is not reality.
Wait a minute. I've never had the midnight sun in New Jersey.
Because of the time zones. An hour up in Canada is worth 20 minutes down south, and you're done. So the sun's reach needs to be three times further down south. It doesn't make sense. And then we have the equidistant solstices 6 months apart, north and south. Here's two pairs of examples. Again, pause, check it out for yourself. Go check some other places. Do your own research. But this is truth. And some people do recognise that there's a problem with the daylight hours on the disk model. So we get animations like this, and clearly, what is the sun doing? What is that sun doing? You've got a dark patch and then a light patch behind it, and then it goes to an egg shape in the June solstice. And people were looking and go, "Oh, right, well, that's how it works," because it is actually giving the right daylight hours there. Believe it or not, it is now giving plenty of sunshine to south and obviously the Antarctic 24-hour daylight. And it's all to do with simply the way they've created this animation. It's the rectangular Mercator map. You can see it's the same graphics from timeanddate.com, and they put it through a polar coordinate filter and sequenced it so it's animated, and that will satisfy some people. Say, well, that's how it works. Watch that. The sun can't light up.
Squirrel.
You know.
Right. This is the same. This is the same piece of this piece of information comes reworded from testing Fletch Artist 3. Just so everybody knows where the hell he got it.
Gotcha.
Because it would appear that he's actually watched the videos, which is, as far as I'm concerned, a good thing. But yes, he is essentially correct here.
Well, this isn't even the he. Listen to the voice. This is a snatched vid from somebody else. I'm still waiting to hear his idea of what the correct model is. Hopefully
my breath is so baited that it's getting to be kind of sharp in the mouth.
Indeed.
Hey, by the way, James or RJ,
yeah,
I would like to say I have to give my compliments to you on September 29th movie night. Comment you made with the whole tetrahedron pyramid thing. I liked your comment when you said the sound you're hearing is Carl Sagan rolling over in his grave.
Oh, indeed.
I died laughing at that point. That was hilarious. And then the other guy's comment was like at like 10,000 RPM.
That was me.
Billions and billions of RPM.
Alrighty.
The follow-up comment was mine.
And moving on.
The North Pole there, but it can light up places much, much further. It's nonsense.
Yeah, Steve, I think you're right.
It was demonstrated very clearly in that last clip that you cannot light up a circular portion of the circular disc and get all the time zones correct with the exact number of daylight hours. And you also can't just light up half of the AE map like a half pie shape and spin it around and get all the specific number of daylight hours correct. Believe it or not, in order to get the specific number of daylight hours anywhere near correct, the shape of the sun would have to morph throughout the year.
Drink.
And it would have to go from being a circle shape to a half pie shape.
You are up.
Yeah, just remembered, everybody. Push those limits. Keep that exercise workout going while you're hearing this music.
To this weird shape on the right that I'm not sure how the sun would make that. So the egg size night portion there,
and
while
stretch.
the sun is making this other weird shape, I don't know how that could even be possible. And you can also see that Antarctica is lit up all the way around on that one. But flat earthers will say there is no 24-hour sun in the South Pole.
Okay, what do you got?
The Earth is round.
Yeah.
The Earth isn't round. That would indicate a circle. It is a spheroid.
Ah,
that's
there
what
you
I
go.
was saying.
Yeah, Jason, you're right.
Spheroid. That's how it all works.
It is almost like he's moving towards rejecting the flat Earth, but actually, I'm guessing he's rejecting the current accepted flat Earth model, and hopefully before the end of this nonsense, he'll tell us what his view is, or not.
Yeah, he wants to build our anticipation up with this extraordinarily well-structured piece to heighten us to a complete sense of wonderment, so that when it finally comes out, we won't want to take a ball-peen hammer to him.
Indeed.
And remember, keep
Yes?
stretching that credulity. Keep pushing it hard. One more credulity stretch. Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
Okay. Harry in the chat. Did you bring enough for everybody?
Oh, I don't know.
A bottle of Bailey. Time to open it up.
All right. Yeah, Bailey's. I think that's.
I think I would take lighter fluid
Bailey's
instead.
yesterday. It's time to open it up. I don't think he got enough. We actually have Flat Earth Arsehole here, Rhetoric and Discourse.
That is, yeah. Yes, we do. Let's see. Bailey should be safe. Anybody with the limoncello, leave it in the freezer. Too dangerous for this kind of video. Here we go.
So here's another huge problem. Why are flat earthers trying to make this map work by going to timeanddate.com and using timeanddate.com graphics to wrap around this AE map to try to make the sunlight hours work? If you go to timeanddate.com to get your sunlight hours to work and you use their graphics, you're going to end up lighting up Antarctica like on the far right, because timeanddate.com is based on the globe mechanics. So, flat earthers going to timeanddate.com to correct the problems presented here presents a whole new problem in and of itself.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is ODD. Today is
Oh,
Thursday,
lovely.
October 20th, 2016.
That's just great.
I basically am just about to document something that I was going to do anyway. And I just figured that this might give you guys some insights or ways of looking at things when you're going about your research. I'm going to take 24 of these still images from timeanddate.com, one for each hour of the day. And then I'm going to convert them all to azimuthal equidistant Gleason style maps, the map that I happen to believe in, and I don't mind if you think I'm a shill because I believe in this map. Alright, I got all my images. Now I just need to put them...
Okay.
Drink!
Okay, alright, you're up. What do you got?
Yeah, I just want to stop it on this screen, because what the fuck? Is that...
Well, versus zombies.
Those are the audience of bug-eyed globalists.
Zombies garden warfare.
Is Flat Earth meeting on a weekend?
Plants versus Zombies garden warfare.
Okay. All right.
Because I do video games and I know these things.
I see.
A premiere. Yeah, so there you have it, man. There's that looks about right to me. That looks so. I don't know. Hopefully this helps somebody out
looks
there.
about right.
No. Sun is still too pointy. That's dangerous.
Now, when ODD tried to correct the problem of a circular sun not providing the proper amount of specific daylight hours and specific locations, when he went to timeanddate.com and then he wrapped their animations around this AE map, what he did was he created this new problem where the sun's shape that it creates with...
You're up.
Well, I'm trying to guess here. You see, when he says globe heads, doesn't he realise that means it's roughly the shape of a head?
yeah. I guess he does not realize that.
Well, in that case, the globe is not nearly pointy enough to match up with Jake.
Indeed. And Crypto, yes. Hoodie Man, that was him. Hoodie Man was FEA. Absolutely. That's the guy.
Yes.
Now you know. All right.
Sick. Quick question. Whatever happened with it was Jeranism who was doing the that test, right, to prove that there was no curve in the Earth or whatever?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still doing it, or?
There's been I have heard no new talk.
That's my editorial comment.
I've seen no new video. The last one that I saw, and Sean was kind enough to fill us in that he went from 7 poles in buckets to 3 poles to 2 poles to there was much changing of the plan, and but no date has been given or anything of that sort. It
doesn't matter how many poles it is; it's still racist.
He may as well bring his ice skates.
So you're saying is he started looking at how to do it, and he realized that it was pretty insane to even accomplish what he wanted to do.
Pretty much. Although his original plan,
anyone, even like if you had a bunch of engineers and people who knew what they were doing, it would still be a pain in the butt.
absolutely,
to do what he wants to do.
But his original plan was pretty good because if he could have pulled it off, he could have said anything at the end because there were so many parts where inaccuracies would creep in that whatever the results were, you could claim them to be what you wanted, and it would be supportable. So he should have stuck with the 7 poles, not in the water where they should be, and too many poles.
To be fair, isn't Jaren a pain in the butt even without buckets?
Yes.
If he'd only just put his globe head on, he would have got the answer right.
There you go.
Honestly, I would like to see him do it and have it not be a curve going down, but a curve going up. And then he becomes convinced that we're inside of
whole world,
inside of the globe. Yeah, inside out.
Inside of the.
That'd be funny. That would make my day.
Hollow Earth.
Don't laugh at the Hollow Earth theory.
No, certainly not. But no, see, the conclusion of his experiment is, look, the Earth is flat. He already knows the conclusion. He just needs to find a good way to perform an experiment. By the way,
to arrive where he wants to be.
Exactly. And when I said experiment, you couldn't tell, but it was in italics.
Air quotes. Yeah. Well, in air quotes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Experiment.
My God, that's how you say it in italics. Perfect. Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. Here we go.
Light has to morph throughout the year.
Drink.
That is a huge
Okay.
problem.
What do you got?
Did I miss the first part of the sentence or something? He says that light has to morph throughout the year.
Well, that's yes. For this, he means for this model, you know, the space frisbee or flat Earth frisbee blue, whatever the hell he said it was, to work. Then the shape of the light has to morph throughout the year. So yeah.
Well, morphing is not exactly the right word. What it is the speed of light changes, right? And so gravity affects it differently.
Yeah.
Depending on the speed.
That's right. Oh,
but Jake is doing an amazing. Jake is doing an amazing job of debunking the globe Earth video by showing that everything in it is actually true.
Yes, yes,
absolutely.
Nice work. We'll have to compliment him on this, and I'd really be interested in seeing the fallout from this if there is any. See if there's any strike back videos or if they start.
Well, have you ever had a BB inside of a great big hollow metal ball and shake it around real fast? That's kind of what I think we're going to get at the end of this.
Or have you ever seen Jeranism headbanging? Similar thing.
All right. All right. Here we go.
That would account for it. That's why he likes to play with the laser pointer.
Oh, it's pretty.
If you think that globe heads who are sworn to protect the globe are going to overlook this problem, well,
yes, we
they
swore in the sacred hall of globalism when we were put through the sacred tomes, and we had our blood leaked out so that we would all swear to the globe. Don't you remember when we did that, Si?
I do recall that. Yes. And then they served pizza.
It was really it was painful, but very memorable.
Yes. I particularly enjoyed the pie and punch at the end was
Dan
great.
didn't get paid for it though. The check was in the mail, they said.
Yes, the check's
my favorite part is when we sacrificed the baby to Satan. That was my favorite part.
Yes, the secret ceremony. You mean? Oh crap! Now we've done it.
They used to use virgin goats, but you know the price of those on eBay are just shot up, and so we had to use dehydrated virgin goats.
All right.
Yeah, we shouldn't do that, really.
Moving on.
To match basic observations of sunrise and sunset at equinoxes, the flat flying spotlight must create an illuminated area.
Yes, more stuff he doesn't disagree with.
Earth in half. This immediately tells us that the flat-arced flying spotlight has a lampshade. There will be 2 times per year.
Damn, now I'm going to have to go back and watch this again some more.
Rhetoric and discourse. No, I did not know the goat in the biblical. In the biblical, I did not know the goat.
Earth this way. Every day, though, it's daylight for essentially half Earth's surface and night for the rest. That leaves us with the question of what the flat-arced flying spotlight does for the rest of the year. On a spheroid, these things are easy to understand. Half of Earth is illuminated, half isn't. What does this illuminated area look like on a turtle-mounted space pizza, though? Let's unwrap a spheroid illuminated per the June solstice back out onto a flat Earth and see where night and day are. It's clearly different to the half-and-half illumination of the equinoxes that we looked at earlier. What does this mean for flatwidths? It can only mean one thing.
Flatwidths.
The flat-hard flying
like
spotlight's lampshade changes shape.
Oh my god. Jake just agreed with Cool Hard Logic, everyone. Jake must be a shill now. He must be going back to believing in the globe. No, you dummies. I'm the only one who ever took on Cool Hard Logic. So of course I've watched his video.
Oh, you've been taking him on really hard so far.
Oh yeah.
Significant holes in.
Yeah.
Do I see Jaron?
You cut out there near the end. What'd you say?
Do I see Jaronism's last name in there?
Yes, indeed. That's his last name, all right.
Campanellaism.
Indeed.
And this is a Duran video, right?
Yep.
I don't watch one.
So he's doxed himself.
All right. Well, yeah. He's
Duran.
Well, it was actually with Jaron.
Duran some comments anyway.
Yeah, with Jaron, it's never been there's no question of doxing. He's actually used his real name the whole time.
Okay.
So it's
I just thought he might be doing a G-Man here.
No, he's
doxing himself and then telling people never to use his name.
Shh. There we go.
I think it's all the other Campanellas around the world who probably wouldn't want him to use the name.
I can ask you guys, hey,
good point.
How do you solve these problems that Cool Hard Logic presents, where he kind of destroys the AE map? Well, my fellow peers, like Jaron, he'll just show up and say, wow, Jake just dropped a link to a Cool Hard Logic video. What a piece of work. Show me where IPS has done that.
Oh, good
Show
God.
me
Is he
where
going to read
Patty
the whole
Steers
tweet?
has done that.
Another tweet, it's a comment.
That's
Well, whatever.
unbelievable.
Facebook of all things.
I'm out of here. This is disgusting. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Jaron, you didn't fucking debunk him, did you? You didn't debunk part 2 and part 3.
Okay, it should be noted that debunking is perhaps not the correct word to use with respect to. Yeah, with respect to FEA's response to no, that wasn't.
It's kind of like saying that Nagasaki and Hiroshima debunked the atomic bomb. It's not quite the proper usage of the word.
Exactly. Exactly.
Also, it should also be worth noting that he forgot to include the backing track, which would have made this a fantastic rap.
Yeah. He does rap so entertainingly that I want to reach for that ball peen hammer again.
Yeah. That's
We don't have enough ball peen hammer.
There is I have a steady supply. I got fresh ones always. You know, we're on a keep fill service.
Yeah, no, there's still not one big enough to do any damage.
Okay, we've had a call for drink. I'm nearly sure we had a.
I said RJ. I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sounded like drink. Okay. Well, drink anyway. Yes?
Still good to say that RJ brought up a good point. That Nagasaki and Hiroshima didn't debunk the atomic bomb. No, they were victims of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you have to have the adjectives and the nouns and the verbs in a way that makes coherent sense, which, as we have heard Jake's rap, we know that he is not really capable of doing.
Yeah, agreed, but let's give good old FEA the benefit of the doubt here, because if you remember from the previous video, we did mention native language and things like that. I think perhaps logic is not his native language. That may be the issue here.
That's true. Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
I'm wondering if
he may be the first example.
Native language?
I'm sorry.
He may be the first example of an actual homunculus.
I don't think he has a native language. He's been abusing the English language completely throughout.
Indeed. All right.
So we've still got about a half an hour of this stuff left before he gets to his end mark.
No. Actually, 30 minutes, RJ.
Oh, just well, that's a half an hour, yeah. So we're expecting a sudden surge in data content as he explains to us what the f the shape of the Earth is.
Absolutely, but he's he's. This is an awful lot of buildup. He better have something to say at the end of this.
Awful lot of buildup. Holy moly! This is a subjectus interruptus.
Indeed. Here we go.
Of Cool
Now,
Hard
if he
Logic's
posts on us
videos.
now, I'm gonna get really
Did
pissed
you?
off.
No. So when I post a fucking link and I ask for someone to try to debunk those certain spots in the videos, it's not because I believe in the globe, or it's not because I love Cool Hard Logic. I'm the only one who ever took them on. It's because
what a brave fellow you are.
Arguments
a simpleton,
against
a brave fellow.
map.
Okay, we've had a call for drink. Go ahead, Squirrel.
I just have a couple of words here for Jakey Poo here.
Okay.
You mad, bro?
Nice.
I'll be back in a minute.
Proven curvature exists? No.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to get to Jeranism tonight?
Did he ever?
He's on the screen right now. What's the problem? Anyway.
No, there we go. We've got a little teeny.
Yeah, we've got about 28 minutes of this nonsense, and then we'll see. All right, here we go.
At the very least,
was spinning?
I wanted it for next movie.
But he did punch
Oh yeah. We bank things that we do not get to. Do not worry.
serious holes in that stupid map and make it look silly. And funny, when I make fun of the map, guys like you show up to defend it, Jaren. When else did Jaren show up to defend some bullshit? Oh, I remember. That's right, when I made a video saying the rapper B.O.B., Bob the Rapper, when I said he was a shill or some kind of plant, Jaren showed up and defended Bob the Rapper when he wanted
the rapper was a geranium?
$200,000 to send satellites to space.
Oh, okay. Jason makes a good point. Maybe a skip is in order. He's still not making any point.
Yeah.
All right.
Skip
it shall be. Here we go.
Yeah, and it's actually B.O.B. the rapper, like Eminem.
Yeah,
it's not Bob. It's B.O.B.
No,
yeah.
he's never answered.
Your own bullshit.
Here's 5 forward. Oh no. Okay, more crap. 5 forward.
Oh, we're into Eric Dubé's. A man who is not a credit to his phylum.
No, he is not. Here we go. Oh, wait. No.
There we go.
My
God, we're taking a tour through Facebook, frame by frame. How exciting.
Yeah, this is more filler. Okay. Oh, what do we... Okay.
Boycott.
It's getting us...
Boycott the map.
God.
Holy moly. This man is like a brain on puree.
All right, let me get to it. Okay, this is the start of this segment.
How long?
Oh, you know what?
What time was he out here again? Do you remember?
What?
I really hope this is
30 minutes, right?
I hope this is going to be the famous cricketer Jeffrey Boycott.
Well, no, actually, I was. I'm not really thrilled with the misogyny here. It's always boycott. You never hear of a girl.
I'll be over here charging my phone.
Very sexist indeed, or transgendered cock.
That's true.
Are you going outside?
We should be a little more inclusive with this kind of thing.
I would like to mention Tim Cooney.
And you just have.
Tim Cooney in the chat says, "Come on, RJ. Dubé proves how much you can accomplish without a brainstem."
Indeed.
Yeah, you know, I thought tunicates were the only ones who could pull that off when they go sessile, but boy, he's showing a vertebrate can do it.
Here we go. On to the boycott.
For a full-on boycott of the fake broken model. We cannot use it as a symbol to represent us in any way. We absolutely must ditch it forever, completely, dump it. Do you realize right now the NFL, the most powerful sports organization that I've ever known during my lifetime, is losing money right now, hand over fist. They're losing ratings. They're losing fans.
It's all because they
believe
because in the wrong model of the earth.
The NFL. The seats are
drink.
empty.
Okay.
The prices.
Yeah, well, you know, I hate to be globalist. But you know, I'd just say FIFA, world football, very, very rich.
Actually, I would also like to point out
very, very rich.
The fact that in, I believe it was 2012 or 14, around there, because gaming is becoming so big now, that the League of Legends tournament, the first one they had, they made so much money off of it. It was more money than any jackpot ever won for any sort of competition or something like that. It was like $50 million or something. For some insane amount.
Okay.
And there was also
nice.
Yeah, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, a couple years before that, I think was 2012. It sold more, or it made more money off of that, just that video game, than movies, football, and TV put together, or something like that. Some insane. You know, it's the reason they're dying out is because it's not as popular as it used to be. It's becoming less popular, and video games are becoming like I can tell you definitely, like, everyone my age who's like 24ish plays video games, almost all of them, and below. So like it's, you know, yeah.
A lot of people my age and below play video games.
I play
I'm very nearly twice your age, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thanks.
I had a game of Space Invaders just the other day.
Yeah, one of my favorites. Here we go.
For the tickets to the games are dropping. Advertisers are pulling out their money. You know why? That's because people across the world are boycotting the NFL. They're burning their jerseys and their NFL merchandise. They're vowing to never watch.
What do you got?
How the fuck does he think people across the world are burning their NFL jerseys?
Yeah,
I mean,
the fires in all those NFL fans who have decided to abandon the sport are just astonishing.
Absolutely.
America.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The NFL is its primary area of influence is in the United States. A, and B, there are a lot of people that have been very public about doing that shit. Very public.
All righty. Moving on.
Again, and it's working. A boycott will work. It not only can work, it will work. Boycott the
Rand
AE
McNally or
map.
what?
It is basically Flat Earth Society Part 2. Boycott the AE map. Get rid of it.
It's getting near jump
associate
time.
yourself with anyone who continues to protect it. And let this be the warning shot to anybody.
Whoa, what happened?
Nobody can prove that water's curving.
Act out into the parking lot.
Shh, don't do it. This is cult-like mentality.
Everybody dance
cult-like
now.
behavior.
Yeah.
There are flaws in the map with the circle sun because it's wrong. It's disinformation. So therefore you should stop pushing it. The earth is flat. Nobody can prove that water's curving. To my satisfaction, nobody has proven with a very...
Okay.
Ships going over the horizon. Enough said.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep.
He said to his satisfaction, though, so that's his get out of jail free card.
Yeah, well, one thing that none of us are having on this show so far is any satisfaction.
Nope, not yet.
Without the appropriate 60s tune. Why do I feel that we're never really going to get a good look at what shape the Earth is, according to him?
He's got a little time left.
It's because you're too cynical, RJ.
That might be.
Yes, I am such a cynical. I'm still disappointed that I don't know who the enemies are.
We're just not getting the information into this video. It's very depressing.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe it'll come.
If you actually play this track backwards, everything is explained.
Oh, yeah. I think it probably would be more coherent played backwards, but that's not because there was any information content to begin with.
Indeed. All right.
Verifiable measurement that water is curving. Nobody has proven to my satisfaction that the Earth is spinning. But they have proven to my satisfaction. Flat Earthers,
and globe earthers have both proven that that map is fucking garbage. So why are so many of you using it as your profile picture on Facebook, your profile picture on YouTube? So many
We're going to
people
repeat this
still
invariably.
defending
My
it. You
God,
guys,
your creationists that
that's
are less
what's making
repetitive
us
than
look
you are.
bad. When I see
I'm pretty sure the answer is pretty repetitive. Same with Eric Hovind.
by pointing
They're
out
both
our
pretty
flaws.
repetitive.
Yeah, but they don't try to rap.
The flaws, and then it won't look so bad.
Sure, the answer is
Stick to the fact
clickbait.
that there's no
That's why they use
curvature,
it.
right? Stick to the fact the Earth isn't spinning. We'll be all right. You start saying, we're surrounded by ice wall. There's guards that'll kill you if you go there. Woo!
We're back. We're back to that again. Okay, now.
Please.
Everybody say good night to Tao. Tao's leaving. Good night, Tao.
Bye.
Bye, Tao.
Bye.
Can we skip forward 5 more minutes? He's going to be on like this for a lot more crap.
I was just waiting for one of you to
around the
suggest.
circle and it lights up everything.
Here we go.
Just perfect.
Jumping.
Magic. When I came out and said the Earth.
Oh, that helped.
My friend Isaac and we got in a huge argument.
Well, if we missed the
we aren't
last 5
friends
minutes,
anymore.
yes, that was a help.
Yeah.
He's the type of person
All right.
I really don't want to be
don't be
friends
so
with.
don't be so
because
cynical, guys. This is his second track.
He refuses to look at any evidence with an open mind.
The side B
and
of
he's
the Flat
grasping
Earth
onto the
album.
ball with cognitive dissonance. This is the guy that woke me up to 9/11 because on Facebook he said 9/11 was an inside job.
All right.
And I thought,
Let's throw some more
really looked into
conspiracies
that.
in there.
Let me check that out.
Oh, what
So
happened?
Waking up.
Okay, that did no good either.
Well, Matt Boylan is fucking crazy and a compulsive.
Emma says he walks his dog a lot. That's being very
Even if it
responsible.
stays still
Actually,
and
the
it's
dog
flat
actually
and
is
it's not
walking
going
him.
upward, it's still
He's
wrong.
really wanting to get this guy out for exercise every once in a while. The neighbors complain if he stays inside too long. So it's all the dog's doing.
It's not just that. Before the dog, he used to just go outside and walk in circles.
Actually, he lost the dog about 20 minutes ago. He just can't face going back without it.
That could be it. All right, we've done it.
Says jump.
We've done 4 jumps, and it's the same crap. We'll do 1 more and see what happens. Here we go. Jumping now.
I said, hey, dude, you're being a useful idiot by promoting that map, and you're selling it to people. Do you realize when you walk around with that map
I have
on
a
your
feeling
chest
that he is just talking shit the entire video at this point.
Could be. Could very
This
well
is
be.
an Amazon.com box that arrives, and it's all flow pack.
Can we just, if I may make a quick suggestion, which would be, let's just jump forward in 5 minutes until we find until how far till the end of the video? That's the first question.
Actually, we've only got about 10 minutes left.
Oh, okay. So let's do 3-minute
He's gonna
jumps.
have to compress that map section in pretty damn fast.
We'll do
another 3-minute jumps and see which minute jump he actually goes away from this offensive.
Back to
action
walking
towards
around.
the-
Walking
Okay.
around. Walking
2,
around.
3 jumps.
Walking around.
4 jumps.
I still
How
don't
many
see
minutes
any
left?
map picture.
Oh, we've got 5 minutes left.
Okay, so we're halfway through the time. Okay.
All right, let's.
So this could have been less than a 5-minute video.
Yeah. And let's see. We're near the end. Let's see if he actually says something.
You go out on the battlefield and you have a plan and a leader. Oh, you'll lose.
No, we're into metaphors now. Just what's your goddamn model?
Good heavens, this is less professional and entertaining than a Seventh-day Adventist prophecy conference.
Absolutely, this is insane. He's like, okay, the flat Earth model, the old one is crap. It's bad. Here's why it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye. That doesn't help.
I like Tim Cooney's comment.
It's almost like somebody's going to shout "click" in a minute.
Almost, but. All right, here we go.
It's best if everyone just fucking free-forms it, has no plan, makes it up as they go along, has no leader. We don't need leadership. Everyone's their own leader. Let's just make it up as we go along, head out on the battlefield, and hope we
Get in the
get
make it up as we go
lucky.
along part right here.
Yeah. You know, that's what everyone else does, right? No. They actually have a battle plan, a strategy.
A backing track.
Yeah. You kind of got to have a plan of what you want to do, how you're going to do it, if you want your plan to be effective. And there have been men throughout history that have been able to lead other men into battle and come out victorious because of their leadership skills and
a drink.
Okay.
This is a drink. Pause.
Yes.
Steve Martin probably deserves a thing there. I figured it out. He's a shill to make Donald Trump look like an eloquent, intelligent, well-informed speaker, and he's pulling that off.
All right.
Nice strike.
Indeed. Steve Martin added to the list. You know what to do. Who wants to say winner? Who wants to say winner in an excited voice? Just after watching this Jackass.
Winner!
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Here we go. Oh, 4 minutes left. What are the odds that in the last 4 minutes he's actually going to wrap it all up and tell us what the hell he's talking about?
Picture of the true shape of the world, which you'd think would be so important that he'd kind of want to put it up like a lot.
Jim should actually say pretty cool too.
I'm sorry. What do you got there, Tornado?
Jim Shin actually says something pretty hilarious too. I wanted a flat earth shattering kaboom. Where is my flat earth shattering kaboom?
I don't think there's one coming.
Marvin the Martian. Yeah.
I don't think there's one coming. Here you go. Last 4 minutes of this. That's all I'm going to call it.
Strategies in times of war. And I'm not just talking about war. I'm talking
all right,
about
with the metaphors.
Too.
Stop talking about business. Tell us about your goddamn flat earth.
Everyone's the same. Here at Amazon, we're all the same. Everyone just do something, and we're all going to figure it out. We'll all make money, hopefully. Well, there is no boss. There's no leader.
Managed to do
Walmart, there's no
stream
boss,
of consciousness
no leader.
without a stream.
Anywhere you're going to work, no boss, no leader.
And very little consciousness.
Indeed. Squirtle, I'm sorry. You had something?
He doesn't have an answer. He can't have an answer at this point. Click.
You don't know Jack!
Okay.
Nice.
Do you think the degree of his consciousness varies at all with humidity?
Probably. At least temperature.
I
don't think that kind of mentality's really strange. It exists in the flat Earth only.
3 minutes.
But everywhere else, it's okay.
Remember when Eric Hovind talked about the experiment where he spins the kids on the little merry-go-round so fast that they fly off from centripetal force?
Yes.
He was one of the kids.
He had to have been. Never mind that he was DOA as soon as he hit the freaking tree.
Nice reference.
To fucking take charge and take initiative. No. How about just a bunch of followers going in circle around a circle map that doesn't make sense? That's what we want. Yeah.
Strange.
Jake.
Okay.
It's the best.
What do you got?
Yeah, unfortunately, we just moved, but I was just in that last scene. I was so hoping that the statistics on drive-bys in the United States were true.
That's a little harsh and yet fully justified. Here we go.
We were so tired of seeing the darkened parking lot. We now get to see the daylight parking lot.
Absolutely. And look, at least you guys can be a little bit, you'll sleep at ease tonight. Note that they keep him fenced in.
Yes.
Okay, can I also suggest we go back a few seconds so we catch the beginning of this daylight revelation?
Okay.
I feel is going to be the entire explanation.
It's going to wrap it all up for us? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, it will be profundity.
All right.
Let's
see what we got.
Leader to fucking take charge and take initiative. No. How about just a bunch of followers going in circle?
Oh, we saw this. God damn it.
Circle
Too
map
far back.
Doesn't make sense. That's what we want.
Come on.
Yeah.
Daylight.
Jake, it's the best we have. The AE map with the sun going around in a circle is the best we have. So leave it alone because it's the best we have. Really?
I think Jake, you should leave everything alone, especially what you were doing before you did this video.
To a black tie event. And let's just say I don't have a suit and tie. All I have is this mushroom shirt and some sweatpants.
Mushrooms. That would explain a lot about this.
Am I really going to show up to a
We now have the secret of Jake.
Indeed.
Long on mushrooms.
Sweatpants? Because it's the best I got. Yeah. Yeah, try that. Try showing up to prom to pick up your prom date in some fucking sweatpants and a stain on your...
Okay, what does any of this have to do with the flat Earth?
Nothing.
Absolutely
nothing at all.
Also, say
how many years? How many years has it been since he was at prom? Anyone guess?
So I was going to say a week and a half.
No, they didn't let him in because he didn't have anything other than that same shirt he's wearing.
I guess he's 30
Unless he
to
only
35,
graduated a couple of years
so-
ago. Yeah, he could have just graduated. Yeah.
Yeah, 18 years ago.
I think Jason's got a beat on it. So, no office job, I see.
Well, you see, he was laid off at Blockbuster, and it's never really set well with him.
Apparently not. All right, Tornado, you got something? What's up?
Actually said nighttime, daytime. and
Okay,
then
no.
Tim
No. Don't remind me of that. All right.
T-shirt, and then look her in the eye and say, "It's the best I got." See if you're gonna get laid that night.
Yes.
I shall not stand.
First off, if she's smart, she won't let you anywhere near her.
No, certainly not.
That night or not that night.
Agreed. Okay, we're down to like the last minute and a half. We've changed scenes. Maybe we're going to see something here.
I'm genuinely excited. I am genuinely excited.
Me too. It's difficult to remain seated. By that I mean
the excitement in my voice.
He's going to explain the entire model of his Earth in 1 minute.
Exactly. There we go.
Yeah, that probably is about all that it would take to explain that. I don't have shit.
Yes,
and we've heard some awesome new style of rap as well. So it's all a bonus.
That is true. But
it's a form of rap that's never been done before.
So this is cutting edge. This is cutting edge. All right.
New rap. It's the flat Earth of rap.
I see.
So what map are we going to use? That's the question.
Okay, Jemshin's got
I'm still going for the triangular one. I'm really pumping for a triangle.
Jemshin's got a good idea there. All right. We'll roll credits in a minute. We'll roll credits in a minute. Jemshin says, roll credits. Here we go.
A symbol of deception. Whether it be the globe or whether it be the azimuthal equidistant
this is his wrap up.
Or the Gleason's map.
Nothing's coming.
Or
Congratulations.
Any other circle map with a circle sun.
We've been tricked.
If it's wrong, we must do away with it. We must turn our backs on it. Ditch it. Get rid of it.
Yeah, and never present what you promised you were going to be giving at the beginning of the show, you
still have
effing
time
liar.
to do what's right. Let this be the end of the fake flat Earth.
And no real one
future
proposed.
Starts now.
You promised a lollipop, but we never got a lollipop.
Don't
We
just
did not.
share it.
Okay.
Share it as many times as you possibly can. This is a full-on boycott. Mirror this video on your own YouTube channel. Share it on Facebook. Tell all your flat Earth.
Okay, there it is. There it is. There was a clear instruction to mirror the video, which implies that we are authorized
to do exactly what we've just done.
Right. See, I was going to be all irked at Squirrel for mentioning us backing things up for archival purposes out loud, but he's given us permission, so we're all good.
Drink.
That's
okay. There's
You
a
can
call.
irk at me all you want.
We have a call for drink. Yes, sir.
We do. So, as I understand it, this is a flat earther debunking flat Earth.
Yes.
Not actually saying the globe is right. He's just saying that flat Earth is wrong.
So he's a no-earther.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. He's agnostic.
It's the null hypothesis.
Yes, that's exactly what he's going for. Here's the thing. What he's done is he's provided a debunk of flat Earth, but he hasn't proposed an alternate theory or provided evidence or provided any evidence thereto.
Indeed.
Therefore, at this point, he must be agnostic. He knows this thing is wrong, but he doesn't know which thing is right, and he still has to
even
follow
worse,
the evidence.
he got all of his anti-flat Earth stuff from the anti-flat Earthers, so he's just a little parasite. He's like a little nematode worm of flat Earth.
No. No. That's not the way the flat Earth people see him. Would be seeing him at this point. They wouldn't see him as a nematode. They'd see him as an apostate, a heretic.
He's
Because,
agnostic.
quite frankly, that's exactly what he's done here. He's made a heretic out of himself.
Can they see him from the southern hemisphere?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
So, Strike.
Yes, sir.
Does this mean we're going on to Jeranism now?
I have
pretty much
depends. I don't know. We'll see. And what
Who we
irks
dare is the question.
And what irks RJ about this is because he's a secondary sources are secondary. Is that it?
Secondary redactor. Yeah.
Yes. Too many calls for drink. I kind of figured that would irk you a bit. Alrighty. Last 30 seconds.
I think I got a flash of Tortugan alert on this Jake guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are actually at the credits, are we?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I'll do this in the voice of Jeffrey Boycott. Boycott.
Here we go.
Friends, the jig is up on the Circle Frisbee map. We do not live on a blue pizza. The time is now to call for a boycott. You're either with me or against me.
Did someone add yellow?
Yeah, and let's see. And Tim, yes, his sources apparently were Cool Hard Logic was one of them.
Yeah. He had an excellent set of sources that he debunked by agreeing with all of them.
Absolutely, he showed them.
He didn't bother to debunk. Is actually what it is.
No,
he couldn't be arsed to do a debunk because he'd have to come up with evidence.
Yeah, but we did get a good chance of seeing stuff that was actually accurate inadvertently because he was presenting the stuff that he was parasitically sucking off of.
And actually, that broke up the stupid just enough for me to remain sane through this foolishness.
Yeah, and to allow us to watch way too much of his rap before we decided to skip forward.
Absolutely. I suspect had we been watching the public chat more diligently, we would have noticed more calls to skip. Alrighty.
Yes.
Sam, no,
the wisdom of the crowd.
There was no conclusion. His conclusion is the flat Earth model is wrong, and he doesn't believe in the spherical Earth. So we have witnessed the birth of the No Earthers. So
click.
Yes, sir.
He said click.
Oh, I thought he said drink. All right, click it shall be.
Well, that's you don't
know Jack. There you go.
I've got $5 on it being a triangle.
Yeah, I like the triangle. It would fit in with the Trinity. You know, it would fit into a lot of numerology. It would have a lot of baggage you could attach to it, and plus, you know, it looks like a nice snack cracker.
And yes, but would it be a 6,000-year-old triangle?
Well, if you want to be authentic.
Yeah, good point.
See, I would just invoke this thing instead of science. I would just say magic.
Magic works.
That's the thing that always bothers me about this kind of stuff is they try to prove it with science and then they're like, "Oh, it's not working. Why is it not working?" Just say magic.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
Works for Ken Ham.
It's magic. There you go. Boom.
Works for Ken, and they applaud him for it. Alrighty. Might as well let him do his last.
I heard almost none of that.
Oh, yes. Tim has identified it. Yes, he's the proper label, the Doritos model of Earth.
There you go.
Right.
A Doritos Earther.
Boycott! 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 Boycott!
Drink!
Boycott!
Okay. We have a call for drink.
You can't say boycott.
Well, we don't know why he has to spend so much time outside of the apartment complex. It may be a 500-foot rule, so let's not make any assumptions there.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Boycott! Boycott! Boycott!
Oh, that's terrible.
Boycott!
Oh my goodness.
Boy,
Look, I hope there's nobody being turned on by this.
All right.
I really do.
That was absolutely.
I can see that guy doing the Music Man next.
Check out the public chat. Girl cut. Apricot. I like it. All right. See, that was disturbing, not just for the stupid, but for the letdown. We were not given.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, if he could have come up with some really innovative stupid to warrant the hour of listening through him, but you know, it was all sizzle and no steak. You know, you got to have something up there. At least have pride in your head, effed up ism.
Absolutely, I would tend to agree. All right, let me look at what we got and see if we have anything small enough to actually fit into wedging in one more. Okay, we did the end of the fake flat Earth, which was just stupid. Airplane pilot, that was stupid. We've got another Eric Hovind on creationism versus evolution. He was on a TV show.
I love Eric Hovind.
Jaron,
we're doing it. We're doing it.
And
we're gonna have some. We'll get Jaron next week.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Tornado. The Jaron video we had queued up is an hour and a half long. And that's,
which is 5 hours long in Sci-Strike evening hours.
That may be the entire. You know what? Let's make that the entire show next time, because that should just about fill out a normal show.
Because usually we can't get past drink just even through the opening credit sequence.
Actually, just me saying Jaronism Raw, 1.5 hours from Wednesday. I'm really there you go. I was going to say I was surprised nobody called drink at that. Drink, everybody.
Lobby and response.
Sci-Strike? May I ask to join that hangout on next Friday for the Uranism one? Because that's the one you're going to be at NASA for. So it would be a double insult to Jism.
That is gonna be a funny one. I'm going to have to find a hotel. That's right. I'm going to Goddard next week on Friday.
Wow.
And it's for NASA Social.
Hey, you can't tell me that. There ain't no Goddard.
All right.
No.
And anybody that's
don't tell me Eric Hovind and Ken Ham are teaming up. Someone in chat just said that.
Okay, that would be a little bit.
Ken Ham and Eric Hovind.
Two egos that are kind of operating in different wavelengths.
I know his dad.
I'm not entirely sure.
I know Kent Hovind, Eric's dad, was against that.
Oh yeah.
Well, Eric has.
I think Eric and Kent had a falling out, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, absolutely. And see, the thing about Eric, I don't think he'd fit in with.
What the falling out was about?
Yes, we do. And some people may not. Do you want to elaborate?
Eric wouldn't give creation science evangelism back to Kent. Wouldn't let him have creative control back.
Yes,
he was used to playing with the little toy while Daddy was in the slammer.
Yeah, he thought his dad said he thought his dad said, "Run this while I'm in jail, and keep it and throw me out of my house once I'm out of jail." He thought that's what the dad said.
Yeah. Instead, he decided to treat him just exactly as his dad did his mother. To toss him out.
There you go. Anyway, as I was saying, next week I'm going to. Actually, there's no guarantee it's going to work. I'm going to in Maryland. I'm going to have to find a hotel with a sufficient internet connectivity to do the show from there, because the NASA social event at Goddard, ends at 8 p.m. After just on the itinerary, it mentions some laser event. The whole thing is space lasers and how lasers are being used in space. So it should. Okay, we've got a call for
lasers. Lasers in space.
Lasers in space.
What are you, that Superman believer or something?
Something
lasers
like that.
In space.
Anyway, so it's going to be kind of fun figuring out how to do the show from there, because I'm not going to be able to make it back here. It's it's over 4 hours away, so I would not.
Where is the Goddard?
It's in Maryland. Anyway, the whole thing I wanted to mention is it's the I got invited to a NASA social thing, And anyone that is fairly active on social media, I would encourage you to apply for one of those if it's going to be an event close to where you are, or one that you can reasonably expect to be able to get to. It's something you will not regret. You get access to see and hear things and talk to people that the press does not even get. The whole goal is, it's what we've always said, NASA is the most transparent government organization in the history of the planet. And this whole NASA social
for the moment.
Yeah, this whole NASA social program is specifically to further that goal. It's another channel to get all the information that they get out to as many people as possible. So if you're active on social media, I would urge you to apply. You won't if you get yes, sir.
Is it true that you can actually download the plans for the parts of a Saturn V without getting in trouble with NASA?
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Yes, indeed.
Well, then I want to build the most badass house in the world.
Honestly, it's not. Honestly, the Saturn V isn't that complicated.
It's all a giant balloon.
Impressive, but still a very impressive machine. I did like.
I would actually convert the rocket shell into a house, like have one of the F1 engines be the door.
Yeah, I mean, it's so silly. I mean, how do engines work in space? They've got nothing to push against.
Oh my! Oh my!
Force equals mass times acceleration.
Yeah, I mean that Mr. Goddard made that mistake way back in the 1920s. There was a New York Times editorial that said so.
Yes, you see how that worked out. ISS and all. Anyway, all right. We got let's see. Eric Hoban is 32. We've gone 3 hours. Why don't we call it? Let's call it.
That's your call.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can put those into a future show.
Indeed.
We can put it in with the tyrannurism thing.
There you go. Now here's
this is funny from Fino.
What's it got?
I saw something funny on Fino. Flatards don't work in space, as they do not fulfill the hiring requirements for even a janitor job on the ISS.
Quite true. Quite true.
Believe it or not, they don't even qualify for a janitor's position at any given space center.
Or
they barely
bowling
qualify
alley.
to put the right burgers.
And
Hitler wouldn't even hire them for that.
All right, we got. Oh, and next week. I mean, who knows what kind of information and video and stuff I'm going to gather. We may have some actual science before the foolishness next week.
Horror.
I know. Of course, I got to save the good stuff for Andy's show. Sunday Science. He's actually making.
And I'm helping out with that.
Indeed.
Well, I'd just like to wrap up.
Calling for Pug.
I'd like to wrap up the flatism or flatards with this simple thing. I think flatards are, as scientists, or flatards think they're scientists, like dishwashers think they're organic chemists.
Yeah. Although I will tell you that I can think of at least one person that claims to be an organic chemist that could be completely outdone by the knowledge obtained in dishwashing. or there's a few microbiologists that would be stunned to figure out what's actually in restaurant dishwater.
All right. Well,
although if you ever take a microbiology course, then do yourself a favor and skip the day when they tell you to take samples out of your own mouth. You will never think of kissing the same way again.
Indeed.
Flat Earth is to science as a broken toilet bowl is to Grand Coulee Dam.
There you go. All right. On that note, I believe it is about time to bring on the Pug.
Bring on the
Pug.
Bring on the Pug.
All right. Here it comes. All right.
Guys, I'm actually kind of disappointed by our friend Iron Hearthole. He didn't give us much to go on.
No, he did not.
Yeah, someone is talking about the length of a light year. It's 5,880,000,000,000 miles, thereabouts.
Did our Patreon page?
Yeah.
Got that /.
I knew 9.7 was way too long.
Maybe. No, that's even.
right.
No, it's actually too short to be a parsec. A parsec side,
3 light years, something like that.
Roughly 3 light years. So I think the hair will.
Yeah, at that size, a hair is like, you know, a distance from here to Mars.
Just remember, if anybody comes up to you and starts trying to push the flat Earth on you, just think boycott. Boycott. Boycott.
That's all you got to do.
Well, actually, I can think that Jake will be coming up with a thing where he'll be telling us the true secret of the Earth is the color that it is. It's not a blue pancake. It's something else.
It's a brown pancake, man. I'm sure.
I was really hoping he was going to pitch a different model. I'm very disappointed.
That's what I was hoping. I was thinking that would probably be that would be the best possible result for this video. Unfortunately, it looks like I was wrong.
Our hope
and not a good thing.
Yeah, who knows?
Okay, Mr. Dummett, Mr. Sam Dummett, you have the wrong crocker. You have the wrong crocker critter. I am not a crocodile. I am a crocker squirrel.
Yeah,
and
it's not the king crocodile.
I suggest
Lord
you get
Crocker
that straight.
Squirrel.
I am the Lord of the Crocker Squirrels.
Yeah, so you got that croco part in here.
Okay,
whereas the people that we're watching are just all crocs.
Right. Jemkin, don't go there, man. Just don't even go there.
Oh, and
or female, but do not look that up. There are a great many things you cannot unclick.
All right.
And it's good to see someone's put the actual measurement of a light year there.
Very good.
I'd just like to. I would just like to. Say,
I would like to.
I'd just like to say that the measurement of a plank length is the distance between January and Tears.
Nicely done. All right. Good night, everybody.
Minus 54 centimeters.
All the viewers.
A jiffy.
Thanks a lot for the comments. Good night. We'll see you again. Bye, everybody.
Yes.